Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with promo code USL to get started today. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
The biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland on 710.
I'm rebooting my life, John. Believe it when I see it.
It's the Waba Grill Lunch Hour with Mason and Ireland. Waba Grill. What's their secret? It's in their sauce. Their sauces are more flavorful for you. From sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill. It's for you.
Mason.
I've got to clean up my act.
Ireland.
I'm just a dope.
The Waba Grill Lunch Hour is on right now.
Good afternoon.
Mason, Ireland, best show on the radio.
What is happening? It is Tuesday. It's kind of like the calm before it all happens, John. Saturday, we got Game 1, NBA playoffs, Lakers versus Minnesota. Then Sunday, home ice for the Kings as they play Edmonton, starting in a 7-game series.
Now, we have Luke Robitaille today, right?
Yeah, Luke Robitaille show is at 1:15.
Okay, so we'll wait to throw all this at Luke. But, you know, Edmonton's knocked the Kings out of the playoffs 4 years in a row.
I know.
Why do we keep having to play them?
Yeah.
Let us play someone else.
It's our year.
Yeah, it's our year.
It's our year.
You know, Luke says.
Huh?
Yeah, there you go.
Now, Luke performed size for us. We got him doing disgust, and we got him doing surprise.
Huh?
I love them.
It's the best. The best.
Great.
Yeah, we got to come up with something new today.
Yeah.
To do.
Yeah. So, John,
Angry.
they played all those promos about me cleaning up my act and all that stuff. Let me just tell you.
Update.
I weigh 9 pounds more than I did at my party. How the hell did I get that out of control in the last 3.5 weeks?
Because you were on vacation for 9 or 10 days.
Yeah, I mean, but 9 pounds is that's like 10. No, that's not 10. That's like 5% of my body weight, right? I added that much.
Yeah. Well, you've always gained and lost fairly quickly.
Yeah, my weight does go
I'm
up
the
and
opposite.
down.
I kind of just stay the same.
Do you weigh yourself at the same
Every
time?
day, same time.
Okay, that's key. Because
Yeah, every day after I get back from the gym, weigh myself, bam.
Okay.
So did you think is it related to what you're eating or that you're not working out?
Mostly eating. Eating. Yeah, it's. I think weight generally it's more eating than it is anything else. I mean, you can do an hour of cardio and what the hell, and sometimes it works. I don't know if it works or not. I saw a little video that says cardio doesn't actually burn body fat. Have you seen that one, Bryant?
No, but I'd like to believe that.
Yeah, it doesn't even burn
Good,
body
let's
fat.
stop all cardio.
Stop cardio. It's boring. All right.
Training.
So Ireland, I find this to be interesting. I found some numbers. And so we used to have this thing called Sassy Stats. Remember Sassy Stats?
Okay.
So I've got a couple that I wanted to pass along, and you tell me if they're meaningful or not.
Got it.
Okay. So the Lakers against top 10 teams in point differential. So divide the league into 30 teams, the top 10 in point differential. The Lakers are 19-13 against that top 10. Minnesota is only 14-14 against that top 10, which suggests that the Lakers have played better against the really good teams than Minnesota has. Should I put stock in that?
Yeah. I mean, I think if you look at the way so here's the Western Conference. Oklahoma City, the Lakers just beat them by 27.
Yep.
Houston, the Lakers beat them twice in the last 2 weeks. Denver, they beat by 20 in Denver.
Yep.
The Clippers, they beat 3 out of 4. The Warriors, they beat 3 out of 4. All of the teams that they'll be competing against in the postseason, the Lakers have done really well against. So, yeah, that means something.
Here's the other one. Lakers' closing lineup is LeBron, Luka, Austin Reeves, Dorian Finney-Smith, and Rui. That's essentially the way they leave the floor.
With Rui playing center.
You're right. So that lineup, those 5 guys, that lineup is plus 18.6 this year, and they are plus 22.5 in the fourth quarter. Now, obviously, that's a huge function of having LeBron and Luka on the floor. Great, guys who can close. But in the fourth quarter, that lineup is plus 22.5.
Yeah, that's really significant because that was like what the Warriors used to do to people when they had that death lineup where they would take the center out and put Draymond in.
Yep.
That's what the Lakers are doing with Rui. And so if it's working to that degree and it's working against good teams, I think that does bode well in the playoffs. But let me say this. I'm picking the Lakers to make a deep run. I'm really high on them. As high on this team as I am since any team since the bubble championship. But Anthony Edwards is indescribably great.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just an awesome player who can take over a game at any minute. Julius Randle's had a big year. Rudy Gobert normally plays well against the Lakers. They may be able to play him off the floor. But this is not going to be a sweep. I think it's going 6 or 7 in the first round. And I think the Lakers are going to have their hands full. Having said that, if they get past Minnesota, I really like their chances against Houston or Golden State.
So, you know what I say, John? Minnesota, grape soda, Toyota, Lakers in 5.
Yeah.
Like it. So now are we doing
I've
that
been working
tomorrow?
really hard on these, like
Me
just
too.
randomly trying to put them together.
Well, so you know what we should do? We should give something to the person who comes up with the best
The
one.
best one?
Yeah. Do it.
I can.
What?
Laura, what?
Okay, so tomorrow we will have a few guests from the Pizza Fest.
Oh, okay.
And they were nice enough to provide a pair of tickets to go to Pizza Fest. So maybe that could be the price.
Oh, that wouldn't be good. Yeah,
I will workshop it
talk
and
to
see
everybody
if-
over there and make sure
See
it's
if I
okay
can
with
pick it.
those people because then they get all worked up and then they yell at us.
Yeah,
And,
because it was supposed to be color 7.
yeah,
But, maybe we can work it out.
Exactly.
Yeah. Or maybe we could even work some Laker tickets into it. Talk to our people.
Yeah.
Figure out what we got.
By the way, that Pizza Fest, I want to go to the Pizza Fest. They have all these pizza shops downtown here. It's right.
LA
Is it
Live.
on the deck?
It's tomorrow because it's media day. It'll be on the deck, but for the actual event on the 27th, it'll be at LA Live.
Yeah, it's super fun. And every single great pizza place in town is at Pizza Fest. So, Ireland, you haven't done any Lakers in 5s, have you? Are you against Lakers in 5 because it's disrespectful to Minnesota?
I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think the Lakers are going to win in 5. I think it's going 6 or 7. But I like the Laker in 5 haikus.
You know what I say? Chris Finch, AJ Hinch in a pinch, Lakers in 5.
Very good.
Cold wrist, can't miss, sealed with a kiss, Lakers in 5.
There you go.
I've been working at these.
I am actually going to pick Lakers in 5.
Okay.
I
hope you're right.
am on Lakers in 5.
You know why I really hope that happens? I don't have to go to Minnesota twice.
Oh, there you go, yeah. All right, coming up next for you, where in L.A. will Olympic sports be played in 2028? Interesting stuff there. And how Kobe and Sasha Vujacic confused guys during their playing career. That's coming up next for you, Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Okay, Bibigo is your official game day snack of the Lakers when it's time to cheer on the purple and gold. Fuel up with something delicious. With Bibigo, you get mouthwatering Korean snacks and meals in minutes, whether you're hosting a watch party or relaxing solo. Bibigo makes it easy to enjoy authentic, bold flavor without a lot of effort. Keep your freezer stocked with Bibigo, like mandu, their largest, juiciest dumplings you'll find anywhere. Remember, Bibigo isn't just about great snacks. It's a whole new level of flavor. Like they say, it's minimum effort, maximum taste every time. You can find Bibigo in the freezer aisle of all major grocery stores. So grab your Bibigo, get ready for the game, and make every day delicious. Bibigo, making the whole world more delicious, one bite at a time.
The most followed sports radio station in the
Waba Grill.
What's our secret? It's our sauce.
Our sauces are more flavorful for you, from sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Waba Grill. It's unexpected. It's delicious. It's saucy. It's for you.
Entertaining.
Yes,
LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN.
Hey, Southern California, I'm Ty Pennington, the home guy, teaming up with Pechanga Resort Casino to give away a brand new house. Imagine yourself in a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom home in incredible Temecula, California. All you need to do is play your favorite slots or table games at Pechanga Resort Casino. The more you play, the more entries you earn. Visit Pechanga.com or call 888-PECHANGA for complete details on Home Sweet Win.
Rules and conditions apply. Go to Pechanga.com for more details. Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Hey, it's Cap. Thinking about selling your home? Seller's Advantage makes it easy. No agents, no commissions, no open houses, and no costly repairs. With Seller's Advantage, we'll make you a fair, competitive cash offer with no surprises. Check out what one of the sellers had to say. Seller's Advantage was a lot easier, faster, and more rewarding than listing my house. I worried about getting a low offer, but theirs matched the value I was hoping for and much higher than their competitors. They gave me time to decide, and the process was friendly, fast, and anxiety-free. I highly recommend Seller's Advantage. Call Seller's Advantage today. 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-2747, or visit sellersadvantage.com for your free, no obligation cash offer. That's sellersadvantage.com.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Billy, your gas light's on. We need to stop and fill up.
No way, Jen. Gas around here is too expensive. We can make it a little further.
Billy, listen to your big sister. You don't need to drive all over searching for the lowest gas prices. Do what I do and use Upside.
Upside?
Do you live under a rock, Billy? Upside is the hottest cashback app out there. It's free to download, and you get real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it all the time, and I've already made around $200.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying the gas you have to buy anyway?
Yes, I'm looking at the Upside app now, and there's a gas station at the next exit offering 25 cents per gallon cash back.
Okay, I'm stopping to download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code GO to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code GO for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code GO for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
You're checking out the Waba Grill Lunch Hour here on Mason and Ireland.
Sup, people?
Why do they grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Their Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins, fresh steamed vegetables, and signature sauces. Download the Waba Rewards app today or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you. Just like Mason and Ireland are for you.
Tell me if I'm weird here. Don't answer that question.
You're weird.
I knew that was coming.
The Waba Grill Lunch Hour rolls on right now.
John, this song is from 1989. It was number one. I was playing it on 93 QWRQN in Toledo, Ohio, and I was talking approximately like that.
So if you named a group today Fine Young Cannibals, you'd probably get canceled.
I don't know.
Making fun of cannibals.
I don't know. Have you looked at the acts at Coachella?
Oh, yeah, are they pretty bad again?
Yeah, there's a lot of questionable names.
Yeah.
Questionable names. But if you're a fine young cannibal, what do you grow up to be? Like a old tired vegetarian?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah. I always wonder what happens.
Did they have another hit besides this?
It seems like there was one more big record for them. I saw them in concert once. I forget how many there were even. There were just cannibals everywhere. Anyway, that's that. Hey, I wanted to the Olympics are coming in 2028, John, and I found a list of, and I don't know if you know these or not, they're still looking for a couple of venues. They're looking for a venue for beach volleyball, and apparently it's not going to be in Santa Monica.
I heard they're going to move it to Huntington.
Is that where it is, Huntington Beach?
That's what I'm hearing.
Then the horse events, including horse dancing, which they also call dressage, that they're negotiating to put it in Temecula. So they'll put the horses out there.
Did you see where they're putting softball?
No, I don't have softball on my list. Where is it?
Oklahoma City.
Oh, yeah, I heard this. This is terrible.
Yeah,
what a terrible idea.
They didn't have a venue big enough to meet the Olympic criteria.
Yeah,
so they had to
that's
move it.
terrible. Swimming is going to be at SoFi. which is
that
crazy.
surprises me. I thought the swimming would be at USC.
Well, swimming is so popular, and they're going to they're going to somehow have the opening ceremonies, then fill it with a pool afterwards.
I guess the track and field events are all going to be in the Coliseum.
Track and field's at the Coliseum. They're putting the track back in. Baseball, Dodger Stadium.
Baseball, Dodger Stadium's perfect.
Gymnastics and boxing.
Gymnastics and boxing, my guess would be at either Crypto or Galen Center.
Crypto, and then basketball.
Probably at Crypto.
Intuit.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Gymnastics and boxing at Crypto, those are big events.
Nothing at Pauley, nothing at Galen Center.
Nothing that I know as of this moment. This is just a list that came out today.
Well, did you see where the triathlon is?
No.
You're going to be happy.
Okay.
Venice.
Oh, nice.
Starting and finishing in
that would
Venice
be fun.
Beach.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for the Olympics in 20. The Olympics are going to, and everybody's like, the Olympics, so much traffic, all that stuff. Ireland, you were around in 1984.
I worked the 84 Olympics. It was great. We had less traffic for those 3 weeks than we ever had. I mean, everybody got out of town. I'm trying to debate. I think I would be able to rent my house for a lot of money.
Yeah. For the Olympics, yeah.
During the Olympics, and I could just come here. I could just come to Idaho, but I kind of want to be there for the Olympics, so I got to make a decision.
Yeah, I mean, I want to be here for the Olympics. I hope we're doing some broadcasting stuff around the Olympics.
Well, somebody has to.
Great. Yeah, somebody's
Why
gonna
not
do
us?
That. Exactly. So, anyway, there's some Olympic stuff. I wanted to ask you, Kobe Bryant famously spoke multiple languages.
Right. He spoke Italian, Spanish, and English. I don't know if he had any more than that.
So Sasha Vujicic was on Tony Allen's podcast.
Okay.
And I want you to listen to how Sasha and Kobe confused Tony Allen on the floor.
When we played them, he was the one actually, when Kobe and I would speak on the basketball court, he would come and listen, and we started speaking Italian. They're like, what are you talking about?
I knew it. I knew it. I'm like, bro, they just said something in English on the defensive end. They get on the offensive end, they speaking a whole nother language.
And you say you knew it, huh?
I knew it, bro.
No.
Man, these folks are just start. I'm like, what? I'm like, boy, I know you finna back though. Don't go ahead.
Yeah. And you play defense like you watched a lot of film. Trust me. I was like, damn, that's the only way to get to him. Change the language.
There you go. Change the language.
Yeah, Tony Allen was an elite defender. Well, Michael, this isn't an original thought for me. I got it from Michael.
Okay.
He says, he doesn't understand when foreign players, I'll use Luka for an example.
Okay.
Luka last week got thrown out in Oklahoma City for yelling at the ref, even though he wasn't. He was talking.
That is awful.
Yeah, that call. Michael, and I, this makes perfect sense to me. Why doesn't Luka cuss at refs in Slovenian?
That's
None
an
of
interesting
them could speak
question.
Slovenian.
Right. But does it have any effect if you swear in Slovenian if you're not actually...
I think they could tell I was mad by my body language, but that way they couldn't throw me out because I didn't say the magic word,
Right. So you're saying the magic word is different in Slovenian than it is... Because I would imagine the F word exists in both languages.
Yeah. I don't know if it's the same as it is in our language, but if I was Luka, I would just start cussing in Slovenian, and there's no way for them to tee me up.
So you'd call him a budala. That means idiot.
Oh, good.
Or a butek, a fool.
Butek.
Or a smrđvek, which is a stinky person.
There's no way you're pronouncing that right.
Smrđvek.
Spell it.
S-M-R-D. Can I buy a vowel? I-J-I-V-E-C. Smrdvic. I think I'm pretty close. They do need more vowels in Slovenia. Maybe they're missing a vowel or two because that one doesn't add up. There are definitely words, and then they get worse. I can't say, look at that.
Some of them look kind of fun to say, but I can't say them.
Yeah, there's stuff like, I can't say any of that stuff. There are definitely swear words he could use.
Huh?
And why wouldn't you? If you're in the moment and you're upset and you are looking to expend some emotion, why not swear in Slovenian?
That's what I would do. Yeah, that gives them less of a chance to throw us out.
Yeah. All right. Hey, I wanted to mention this, John. we are. First of all, I listened to SeaWorld yesterday. Did you hear any of the SeaWorld show?
I did not.
Laura just made a face. Laura, what does that face mean?
No, that I didn't listen.
No, that's not what that face meant. That face meant you listened and you were like...
No, I actually really didn't listen. I really didn't.
So Laura... there you go. There's the dolphin. So Laura has a Lakers in 5-1 that she wants to do right now. Do you have that, Laura? This is my favorite one I've heard so far, Ireland.
Okay.
I wish that I can take credit for it, but it was not I. I have to give credit where credit is due. It's Dead Meow.
Okay.
He said, Morales did coke, had a stroke, almost croak, Lakers in 5. Very morbid.
But I bet you Chris is like,
oh, Chris
will eat that up.
He'll love that.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic.
He will love that.
All right, don't forget Luke Robitaille in a half hour. Make sure you're here for that. Going to spin the wheel of questions coming up next. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN. Hey, look what time it is. At Chumba Casino, the action never stops. You can play online social casino games anytime, anywhere for free. No purchases necessary. Your playbook is stacked. Think bingo and solitaire and slots, so much more. Hundreds of games. You're never going to run out of action, and here's the kicker. They're dropping fresh games every single week. It's like a highlight reel of fun ready for you to tackle. Plus, free daily login bonuses and a sweet welcome bonus when you join. Play for free. Take your shot. You could redeem some awesome prizes. What are you waiting for? The clock is ticking and the game is on. Suit up. Take your shot. Let's go to ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com. Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Delaware, Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada, excluding Quebec. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Last night in Edmonton, the Kings secured home ice for the first round of the playoffs with a victory over the Oilers.
Kempe left circle, cross ice pass. Fiala scores! A one-timer from the right circle. It's another power play goal. Here they come in a 2-on-1. Kopitar to the right circle. A shot, they score! Kempe on the 2-on-1 with Kopitar. It is 5-0 LA.
The Kings conclude their regular season road slate tonight in Seattle. Don't miss it. Listen live at 7:30 Pacific, right here on the ESPN LA Kings Radio Network.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Our steamed vegetables and signature salads are made fresh for you. Our sauces are more flavorful for you, from sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Los Angeles International Airport's People Mover trains begin rolling early next year as part of LAX's ongoing investments to transform and improve your travel journey. The People Mover trains will quickly move guests between their terminals and our new consolidated rental car center, metro trains and buses, economy parking, and kiss and fly lot. The trains will make it simple and fast to get to your LAX destination in 10 minutes or less, and trains depart every 2 minutes beginning in early 2026. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN.
Progressive knows there are two things RV owners love: to travel and relax. And they like to take both nice and slow. Just like this commercial. And what's more relaxing than the peace of mind knowing their RV is protected by Progressive? Now here comes the fast part. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture. With daily use.
And it is the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland, here each weekday. You know what it's time for? What is this? It's time for Wheel of Questions. Producer Brian Cohen, are you ready with that wheel? Hit it, Jack.
That's a dumbass question.
Huh?
I mean, I might. We'll see how this goes. All right, guys. So yesterday, I loved what Brian used. According to science.
According to
Science.
We're going to put that before everything we say.
A new study actually found that friends who often playfully insult each other are 300% more honest and loyal. So they say that your friendships, that if you can play with your friend and insult them, that you guys are better friends than people that cannot do that.
So goofing on each other.
Yes, but it's one thing to kind of like, but if I like curse you out or whatever playfully, that it says that you guys are better friends. Do you guys agree? And do you guys practice this method with your friends?
1,000% agree, and I'll even go as far as to say this. All of my best friends give me crap, and if they don't, they're not one of my best friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I'm in the exact same boat. Look, I can take a joke. If you can take one, we can be friends. But if you can't take a joke, then no.
Yeah, it's tough, right?
Yeah.
Because Briones and I interact like that a lot, and people
You
are
do.
like,
You and Briones are like back and forth
all
lot.
the time.
Yeah.
But we've known each other for God knows how long. So many, like,
I like the dynamic between you two because it reminds me of how I was with all my friends in college.
Yeah. Plus, it's a little like you got brother sister energy going on there.
For sure.
Yeah.
Like my mom would always be like, God, I have another kid. Like, because the way that him and I would go back and forth.
Right.
But we are really good friends. So I definitely agree. Brian, do you?
1,000%. If they're not bagging on you, yeah, like John said, they're not really your friend. I got some group chats where some friends since high school, and all it is just bagging on each other. Who can make the other person cry is really what it is.
Is that what it is? Who can make the other person cry? That's awesome.
But it's all in good love, you know? It's all fun.
Sure.
Mace, I'm going to text you a list of 4 people.
Okay.
Don't say any of them on the air.
Okay.
That over the years, they couldn't take a joke, and we basically phased them out of the show completely. Because if you can't take a joke, it derails everything.
Yes, it does.
You can't do. One time I've gotten into arguments with people that I can't believe I'm having arguments because they were offended by something you or I did. And it is, to me, it is like one of the worst traits you can have if you take yourself too seriously.
I completely agree.
Especially in this business.
Okay, Mace.
I just sent you one.
Look,
you won too. Yeah, I was going to put him on the list. Oh, boy. He blew. Yeah, no, those 4 are really dead on.
And one of them, Mason and I sent the same name.
Yeah,
right
the
back
same
to the other
name.
person.
Because that was the most awkward thing ever.
Right. And once that you get labeled that, you're kind of done with us.
Yeah.
If you can't laugh at yourself, go somewhere else.
If you can't laugh at yourself,
I don't care.
Exactly.
Right. We'll offend you pretty fast.
Pepe and Michael are a perfect example too.
Yeah, they can both roll with the jokes. Exactly. So Nico Harrison met the media with no cameras, no audio, anything today down in I guess it was down in Texas, right?
It was at the American Airlines Center. And he doubled down.
Yeah, he says there are no regrets on the trade. By the way, this is Nico Harrison, general manager of the Dallas Mavericks, who traded us Luka Doncic. Part of my job is to do the best thing for the Mavericks, not only today, but also in the future. And some of the decisions I'm going to make are going to be unpopular. That's my job. I have to stand by it.
You don't have to stand by it. You can admit when you make a mistake. Everyone makes them.
You know what? It's like Tony Ronzoni.
Right. Oh, so for people who don't know that story, Tony Ronzoni was the head of international scouting for the Detroit Pistons. And we had him on years after he passed on Carmelo, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh, all 3 in the Hall of Fame. He passed to take Darko Milicic.
Yep.
And he comes on with it, and he's a very nice guy.
He's a nice
Tony.
guy, yeah.
He comes on and he goes, guys, I would do it again. And he goes, anybody who said they wouldn't, anybody who's in one of Darko's workouts would tell you that Darko was the guy who had to get picked number 2 in that. Was that the LeBron draft? I can't remember.
The Darko
who went
draft?
1 that year?
Let's see.
But 1 was an obvious one.
Yeah, 1 was an obvious one.
Yeah, and then the number 2 pick, you could have had Carmelo. I think it was the LeBron draft, but you could have had Carmelo, Bosh, or Wade, and they took Darko Milicic. And we said to him, Tony, it's one thing just to look back and say that you wouldn't have done it at the time. We get that. But you honestly are telling us if we gave you a do-over, you would do it again? And he said yes.
Yeah, he has the benefit of hindsight.
Yeah.
You can say, no, I would. And in the case of Nico, now, I think he made the trade because he thought it was a good trade. Do you agree with that?
At the time, yeah.
Now, what has changed that would make him say, nah, I made a mistake?
Well, the funny thing is his argument today, and he repeated it over and over again, was defense wins championships. Well, your defense just allowed Luka to drop 45 on you. And if your defense was any good at all, you would have stopped him. And you couldn't. You gave the Lakers the best player in the deal. Oh, you and I always talk about this, that normally whoever gets the best player wins the deal.
Yes.
This is a just flashing lights example of that.
Yeah. He says, by the way, he was asked about the Dallas Mavericks outraged fans. He says, well, the beauty of Dallas is it is a passionate fan base. For us to reach our goals, we need that fan base. And to be honest with you, every trade I made since I've been here has not been regarded as a good trade, so sometimes it takes time. Is that true? Every trade he's made has not been regarded as a good trade?
No, the P.J. Washington
was
trade
a good
was
deal.
Great. The Daniel Gafford trade was great. He made some good
He
moves
says,
last
when I
year.
traded for Kyrie, it was met with a lot of skepticism, and it was graded as a terrible trade, and you didn't see it right away, but eventually everyone agreed that it was a great trade. When I traded for Gafford in Washington, again, it was like, oh, he gave up way too much. These guys aren't going to help. Now that trade, you saw the evidence a lot sooner, so I think a lot of times the trade takes a little bit of time. I would argue that this, especially the Lakers, I think, are going to go on a playoff run. That makes this trade seem even worse. If the Lakers go on a run and get to the finals, Dallas Mavericks fans are going to, and they already have kind of revolted, but they're going to full-on storm the castle if the Lakers make a big run here with Luka.
Today, I pay for Mark Stein's Substack.
Yeah,
He's really
sure.
good.
He's
the
a great
Stein
guy.
line.
Used to be with the New York Times, right?
Yeah, and ESPN for a lot of years.
Yeah.
And went to Cal State Fullerton. We've known him for a lot of years. And so Mark was on a podcast today with three other guys in Dallas, and one of the four of them, wasn't Mark, but one of the four of them was at the Nico thing.
Okay.
And I was just looking at the comments down the right side of their screen while they were doing this podcast. All Mavs fans, all diehards, all not dislike Nico, not disagree with him, hate him, and will not be Mavs fans as long as he's the GM.
Wow.
And several of them said, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I hope Luka and the Lakers win the whole thing. They're Luka fans before they were Mavs fans, and now he made them pick, and they're all coming to us.
Yeah. And I was talking to Laura today. The thing that you can't – the thing that I think gives the Lakers such a huge advantage, especially down the stretch of games, is that they have two of the most high IQ basketball players there are. I mean, you've got Luka and LeBron. Those guys know how to finish games. And, fans in Dallas are going to look at this run and they're going to say, damn, that was our guy. And here's Nico Harrison. Now, if you were Nico Harrison, how would you handle this?
I think he's mishandled it from the beginning.
But what would you do today? If everything has gone down, what would you do today if you met with the media?
First of all, I would not have met with the media today.
Okay.
They have a game tomorrow night. He hopped on a plane right after this to fly to Sacramento because they're playing to keep their season alive.
Right.
What he did today, well, he made two mistakes today, and he's made bigger ones prior to today. But the two he made today were, you didn't need to do a media availability. Nobody was talking about this. All right?
Yeah, that's true. You've kind of lit the fuse again. Yeah,
right. You've given all the Mavs fans reason to dislike you immensely. That's the first thing you did. And the second thing is, until you have an answer to this question, I'm not sure where you have any standing. Why trade Luka, but only talk to one team?
Yeah.
And the one, I'm glad he did. I'm a Laker fan. But the one team he talked to, if you do that deal, you have to put Austin Reeves in that deal.
Yeah.
That has to be a deal breaker.
And by the way, don't you think in the end the Lakers would have put him in the deal?
They would have had to.
If Nico worked him really hard and was dangling Luka Doncic, they probably would. At one point reportedly Dalton Knecht was somehow involved in that trade too, and Pelinka talked him out of the deal. Pelinka cut a masterful deal because I think Nico Harrison could have gotten a bunch more.
Right, and he didn't, and that's what. So the Mavs fans are as mad at him for trading Luka as they are as what he traded him for. You have to look at the return. The return was not even close to what he should have got.
Now, here's a question. If Anthony Davis had stayed healthy and not gotten hurt in his very first game with the Mavericks, how good would that team be?
Better. Michael thinks they would compete for the West because you would have that huge front line and Kyrie and Clay in the backcourt. But they're an older team and they're an injury-prone team.
Right.
So when you trade for AD, you're putting him onto a team. You know, Clay missed 2 years.
Yep.
Kyrie missed a year. AD has missed games. So
plus, you traded for a guy that's older than the guy you're dealing away.
6 years old.
Yeah, I mean, to me, that's he keeps talking about the future. The future is Luka. Luka's still young. Anthony Davis is in his prime, but you know, what is he? Anthony Davis is 32.
Right.
32.
Luka's 26.
26. I mean, honestly, don't make the future your focus because that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't hold any water.
And every time that post-trade these guys make a move, it normally backfires. You know, they crapped on Luka on the way out.
Yep.
They made Rick Welts go out there with him. Rick's been a longtime executive. Used to run the Warriors. Used to run the Dodgers. Used to run, you know, he's a Hall of Fame basketball executive. And Rick went out there to give Nico a little political cover, but Rick had been there for like a week when Nico pulled this trade. Rick didn't do this trade.
No.
He was just out there being a good guy.
Yeah.
But it's not going to work. The Mavs fans have looked right through it. Hey, can I revisit something we were talking about earlier?
Yeah.
I got a tweet from a guy named Bob.
Hey, Bob.
You're copied on this. He says, we should cancel the Olympics. The city needs the money to help fire recovery. Bob, do your homework. The city's going to make money on the Olympics. Go back and look at 1984. They made millions. They're not going to lose money on the Olympics. It's not going to cost money. One of the reasons LA wanted this so bad is we already have all the venues.
Yep.
We didn't have to build anything. Peter Ueberroth made millions, and I think Casey Washburn's going to make more than Peter did. Study the projected earnings from the Olympics. They're going to make money for the city, not the reverse.
Yeah,
you got that backwards.
There's no question about it that the 84 Olympics were profitable. And again, I've been to many Olympics. Most places, like the most recently 2016, I was in Rio. They had to build everything from the ground up. Living facilities, arenas, venues, stadiums, all that stuff had to be built. I don't think we're building a pool inside SoFi, but other than that.
In terms of new venues, I don't think they need to build anything. As a matter of fact, when you were reading that list earlier, there are a few venues that they haven't even tapped into yet. I'm sure they'll use the Galen Center for something. I'm sure they'll use Pauley Pavilion for something. I'm sure they'll use the Honda Center for something. They could use Angel Stadium for something if they needed it. They could use where does LAFC play? BMO.
BMO. Oh, sure. I'm sure something's going to be at BMO. We have all these venues.
Something's at BMO.
You have something at BMO, Laura?
I will find it because I know there is.
Yeah, and by the way, so at one point we were going to get Casey on the show. I do want to get Casey on the show. I think that'd be cool to have him on because he's the guy that's kind of running this whole thing. And he's talked about the fact that, one of the focuses is going to be to support fire relief and to support rebuilding and all that stuff. So, the Olympics will at worst be net neutral and ideally be profitable, which will make a difference for the city.
Flag football.
It's going to be at BMO?
Yeah, flag football and lacrosse.
Lacrosse might be a big deal in 2028. That's the fastest growing youth sport in the country.
Well, the other thing
is
flag football is going to have a lot of NFL guys.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, they're going to be NFL guys. They've already cleared NFL guys to compete in flag football at the Olympics, which is cool.
One thing Casey Washburn, I've known for a long time, one thing he is really good at is making money.
Yep.
He's going to find a way to make this work and for it to be cost effective. So the argument that they should cancel the Olympics and give the money to fire relief, I think they're going to do that.
Yeah.
I think they're going to make some money and help that cause. And all these guys know each other. Karen Bass and Steve Soboroff and Casey Wasserman, they've all been working together for years.
Yeah, exactly. All right, coming up next for you, going to hit the phones for some sports graffiti. 877-710-ESPN. Dodgers win last night, by the way. They beat Colorado 5-3. Good performance for Dustin May. Homers for Shohei and for Mookie Betts as they hopefully are pulling out of this skid. They've lost 3 consecutive series, turning it around this week with Colorado. Lakers getting ready for Saturday night at Crypto versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. The LA Kings, we'll talk to Luke Robitaille next hour, getting ready to face Edmonton. Game 1 is going to be Easter Sunday. They have home ice, so that'll be at Crypto. So much going on right now. 877-710-ESPN. Your calls next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason and Ireland.
Because it's always, Cap, you go so long, you take so long. And sometimes Lindsay and I will look at each other and look at our, like, is George really?
Now you're throwing Lindsay under the bus. She's not even here.
She's not even here,
Oh, no, I'm
Cap.
throwing her under the bus for sure.
Do I got to set up a story, or do I have to just ask a question? Because if I just have a question, I'm asking
Like,
the
there was
question.
a question last week you asked to Dave McMiniman. It was 14 minutes until you...
Oh,
got,
shut
no,
up.
it was 14 minutes.
That was-
I'm recording. 14 minutes.
Okay, let me
You
hear
know,
it.
14?
No, never a chance 14 minutes
Okay,
of him.
you know what? You're right. I'm sorry.
Because he
I'm
wasn't
sorry.
even on for
13
14
minutes and 39 seconds. My bad.
Okay. It's not my fault your questions to Pash were not questions.
They were questions. It was a back and forth.
And Greg made this point. At the end, you'd be like, did you know that, Dave? Because that's a question.
Now
at the
George
end.
throwing Greg under the bus.
Wow.
No, we did not throw Greg
Everybody's
under the bus
under the
because
bus.
it started with
All
me and
under the
Greg were
bus.
talking about it.
The LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Cap.
On 710 ESPN.
This is John Ireland. You know Bibigo. You see their logo on every Lakers jersey, but did you know Bibigo is the official game day snack of the Lakers? Bibigo promises bold, authentic Korean flavor. And if you're tired of the same old snacks while watching the game, try America's favorite and #1 Asian snack brand. You can find Bibigo products in the freezer section. Try the steamed dumplings or the mandu. Bibigo knows that food brings people together, just like the purple and gold. Try Bibigo today.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Looking for a great deal on a new ride? Lease a 2025 Hyundai Santa Fe SC for just $319 a month for 36 months with $39.99 due at signing. Don't miss out. Drive with confidence with America's best warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty and Hyundai's Assurance Program. Visit us off the 91 freeway or online at CardinAlleyWayHyundai.com to schedule your test drive. Lease offer on approved HMF credit. $39.99 due at signing. Plus tax, license, $85 dock fee, and registration. No security deposit. 10,000 miles per year. Offer expires 4/30/2025.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. And we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
All right, it is sports graffiti time. Everybody's on the phones here. Ireland's in Idaho. I will be at the controls. Let's start out with Carlos on line 4. Carlos, you're on sports graffiti. Go ahead, Carlos.
Yo, what up, guys? Lakers in 5 all day. You already know first things first. So I just checked out White Lotus, man. I did not like this season. This season was boring. It was the worst one out of all 3 of them. I just want to know. I also wanted to see if you guys could do like a segment like recommending series, recommending movies, and also taking suggestions, maybe on the show one of these days. That'd be cool. I always follow what you guys recommend, and I always tune in. Always keep my ears out for good series and stuff like that.
Well,
so,
thank you for listening, man. Yeah,
we
do that all throughout the show anyway. We could do a segment on that one day.
Oh, yeah,
sure.
absolutely. Let's go to Big Rob on line 3. Big Rob, you're on 710. Good afternoon.
What's up? What's up? Good afternoon. Hey, guys, I just want to say, do you guys know the quote in the Bible when Jesus told his disciples, "O ye of little faith"?
Yes.
Well, he could not say that to you guys, because for you guys to believe that the Lakers could actually win the championship, your faith is great.
Thank you.
But I'm saying it, but I'm saying it in a sarcastic way, though. All right?
So, Big Rob, are you ye of little faith? You are the ye of little faith you were talking about.
I have no faith in the Lakers winning the championship.
Wow.
And let me just say this. Think about it.
Yeah.
If the Lakers, if they could win this year, which they're not, but if they don't win this year, the window gets even smaller
Why?
for them to win because LeBron is older. Every second, every minute, every day, every game that goes by,
right?
LeBron's clock.
You can see it too, right?
Rob,
you can see the decline that's
Rob,
gone along
traditionally that might be true, but it's not with him. His numbers are the same as they were in 2013. He's not getting worse. He's playing at the same level. It's just a matter of whether or not the Lakers can defend and do other things that can get them past.
Rob, ye of little faith. Big Rob, ye of little faith.
I think Rob's. We've yelled at Rob before.
He's kind of
a Laker hater.
Let's go to Jerry. Jerry, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Jerry.
Hey guys, how you doing? Calling you from Kauai, celebrating my wife's 60th birthday.
Oh, beautiful!
I wish her a happy 60th birthday to Maria.
Happy birthday.
Bye, Brian.
Was that it?
I think that's it.
He just wanted a shout out for Maria.
Yeah, way to go, Maria. Did he say 60? Happy 60th birthday.
She's your age.
I've been there. Let's go to Abdul. Abdul, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Abdul.
Appreciate it. With the NFL draft coming up next week, I was wondering, what are the chances the Rams pick up a quarterback in the draft in the first round next week?
I'm glad you asked.
We both think the chances are better than most.
Yeah, in fact, the Rams, Vinny Bonsignor sent me this. The Rams are meeting with Jalen Milroe today. Both Seattle and the Rams are meeting with Jalen Milroe today. I think that's a really interesting pick. He is. I've been told that McVay is looking for a mobile quarterback to build around going forward. He would definitely fit the bill. We'll see if that happens. I've also heard that Jackson Dart could jump in front of Shedeur Sanders, which I would be surprised at. For whatever reason, everybody thinks Shedeur has fallen down the draft boards.
I don't.
I don't either. I think he's going to be a top 10 pick.
In the top 10. Yeah,
I do too.
F them picks.
Let's go to Harold. Harold, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Harold.
Hey, fellas. Hey, I think John knows this. The Timberwolves are top 4 in defensive and offensive efficiency. Where are the Lakers?
Okay, it's a fair question. First of all, I want to point out that you're wrong. The Minnesota Timberwolves are 4th in net rating. They're like 9th in defense and 7th in offense. So they're one of 4 teams that are top 10 on both sides of the ball. I don't have the Lakers numbers right in front of me, John. Do you?
I don't, but I wouldn't. The Lakers were number 1 in defensive efficiency for 6 weeks after the trade, and then in April they dropped down to like 17th. What the playoffs do, though, is they distort those numbers because your stars are going to play more minutes, and it's more matchup driven. That's why I keep bringing up Anthony Edwards. He could take over a game at any minute. So could Luka. So could LeBron. So there are a lot of guys out there that could flip this series on its head. We just have to see what these two coaches come up with. And Chris Finch is a very, very good coach. I'll say this again. Minnesota is no patsy. We are not sweeping this team. They are too good. I think it's going 6 or 7.
I think it's going to take 5. I think it's going to take 5.
5's fine if you want to, that'd be better for me, obviously, but they're very good.
Wait,
Minnesota's
do you want more
good.
games or less games?
In this series, I want less. I only want to go to Minnesota once.
Oh, I see what you're saying, yeah.
If it was Steph and LeBron and those guys, I'd
You'd
want
want
more.
to go back, sure.
Yeah.
Let's go to Johnny on line 10. Johnny, you're on Sports Graffiti. What's happening, Johnny?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I don't care.
I don't
Johnny,
care. There you go. You got it. Anything else there?
No. I haven't been able to call in. I've been wanting to call in to say that for ever since.
Okay,
But
we'll have John
I
chip in.
I don't care.
There you go.
There you go.
Thank you, John. That was a very confusing call.
Interesting reason to call.
Yeah, that's interesting. Let's go to Peter on line 4. Peter, you're on Sports Graffiti. What's happening, Peter?
Hey, I got a Lakers in 5.
Good.
Here
Do
goes. Chicky Baby Hearn. Today's the last day to file for tax return. Billy McDonald started as an intern. Lakers in 5.
That's good. Okay, that's good. That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, I've been working on these all day. It's like my total focus in life is
to come up with the
to come up
haiku
with
for Lakers in 5. Okay.
Exactly. Let's go to Mike. Mike, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Mike.
Hey, gentlemen, it's been bugging me for days ever since you had the conversation about the best actors of this generation. And
Yes.
I kept thinking there's somebody that you left out. And last night I saw a complete unknown for the first time. Edward Norton as Pete Seeger disappears into that character, and I started thinking of all the great roles that he's played.
Well, did you see?
should include Edward Norton.
Okay, did you see his first movie, Primal Fear? He's unbelievable in it.
He is so good.
Yeah.
It is. He's almost.
He is just a-
yeah, he was just a force. And at that point, Mace, I had never seen him before.
Yeah,
and I thought to myself, who is this?
Now,
guy?
have you seen A Complete Unknown? You should really watch that movie.
No, I will.
Chalamet's fantastic.
You know what I'm
in
going
that
to
movie.
do? Bob Dylan is from Minnesota.
Oh, yeah, that's perfect.
So when I go to Minnesota, I've gotten into this habit lately of whenever I'm in a town, I try and, like when I was in Chicago, I watched The Untouchables, I watched my best friend's wedding. When I was in New York, I watched Gangs of New York, I watched Serendipity. When I go to Minnesota, I'll watch A Complete Unknown.
Yeah, it's a good one. Let's get one more in here. Let's go to Walter. Walter on line 4. You're on Sports Graffiti. What's up, Walter?
What's happening? First time caller, long time listener.
Welcome, man.
Welcome, Walter.
Me and my grandson, we always watch. He's 6 years old. We are Sage's granddad. We always watch the Lakers. So how about this one? Rudy Gobert, Teddy Bear, Gummy Bear, Lakers in 5.
Yeah,
I like it.
That's good. I like that.
That's in the spirit.
I
of the
like
bit.
that. Yeah. Let's. Okay, one more. Nav. I think it's Nav. Nav on line 5. Hey, Nav, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead.
How you doing, gentlemen? First-time caller. Diehard Lakers fan, but the problem I see in this playoffs, man, is the home court advantage the Clippers got. New stadium, and I think the wall is going to be a significant factor. Free throws and everything with the wall, I think it could be a real serious situation.
But you,
come down
Nav,
to the playoffs.
you know that if the Lakers and the Clippers play, it wouldn't be until the conference finals. They're both 2 series away from that. So I think
that would be an LA fantasy if it comes true. That would be awesome.
They've
to
never
see.
met in the postseason ever, and if that series did come down to Lakers-Clippers, the Lakers would have home court. There'd be 3 games at the Intuit Dome and 4 at the thing. And Mace, I'm picking the Clippers to knock out the Nuggets in 5 or 6 games. I don't even think it's going 7.
Now, do you think the Clippers will sell out their playoff games?
It's a great question.
It's sad that we have to ask.
The feedback I'm getting from all the fans that are going into it is spectacular building.
It is a spectacular building. I'll give them that.
Everything too expensive. Parking too expensive. And so parking costs more than the tickets.
Well, yeah, it's good. The tickets, you can get into their first playoff game for $60.
Yeah, and you can't park for less than $75.
Right.
And so, I mean, most of the time you open a new building, people flock to it so they can see the building. And I've done a couple of games in there. It's a really nice building.
Oh, it's a cool building. The scoreboard's super cool. The wall is an interesting concept.
They've got to get the financial part of it down so people can afford it. The Lakers have always been the high-end team to support, and the Clippers were a low-cost alternative if you couldn't go see the Lakers. And now it's basically the same.
Except for tickets. Lakers tickets are expensive,
Yes.
and Clippers tickets are super cheap. They're going fast.
But it's also the addedness of I have my boyfriend is a Clipper fan. People know this.
Oh my God!
I know. He has to have
It's
some
a deal break.
I thought so too, but here we are. So I was thinking of taking him to the game, but he was like, "No, I don't want the whole facial recognition thing. He won't do it because of that.
Oh, it's so convenient, but a lot of people won't.
He will not
like
do it
you
because
said,
of that.
Lisa won't do it.
Yeah,
right?
Lisa won't do it. Yeah,
That was a deal breaker for him.
Laura, I would make the argument, though. Mace's made this argument in the past. They've already got all your info.
Yeah.
So
whatever
let's
you're
just
trying
do
to
it.
keep from them, they've already got it. So you might as well just lean in.
That's what I say, but everybody has their own quirks.
Yeah, I mean,
Clipper
having done it at the Intuit Dome, it is very convenient to just buy things with your face. All you got to do is pick up an item, and facially they'll recognize you, and they'll charge you for it on your card. It's so easy. There is never, ever, ever any line at Intuit Dome.
That is cool because I love Apple Pay. I love that
I do
don't
too.
have to
I love
carry
Apple
or
Pay.
take anything out. It's just my phone. And every time I go somewhere where they don't have it, I find it so I'm not coming back here.
Yeah.
Because it's an inconvenience.
It is. It is. All right. Coming up next for you, it is time for Luke Robitaille to join us. He loves coming on with us every week as they get ready for Game 1 of the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs Sunday at Crypto versus Edmonton. We'll talk about it with Luke next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, if you are hiring, you probably know it can take up to 11 weeks on average to hire for an open job. Nobody's got 11 weeks. Use ZipRecruiter. Right now you can use it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. My buddy Ian Siegel, who invented ZipRecruiter, puts it this way. They don't leave anything to chance. They have an algorithm that sends you the people that are most qualified for your job in seconds. It helps you find qualified candidates fast. How fast? 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. So speed up your hiring process with ZipRecruiter. You can do it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. after Greenie.
This is Katy Perry.
It is.
Okay.
And she survived her space travel. Don't worry, guys.
I'm a fan.
You like her because she's beautiful.
She is. Well, but she's talented. And she's a Santa Barbarian.
Yeah. She is no longer as talented as she used to be. She cannot make good music anymore.
Says you.
Thank you.
I don't think I could name 3 Katy Perry songs. I thought Kesha was
Roar,
Katy Perry.
Hot and Cold.
Firework.
Right?
There you go. See?
That's 3. Okay, you said 3.
2006 to 2010 was really good to Katy.
Was Left Shark a song or just a moment?
That's a moment. That's a moment. Yeah,
a moment at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I like that. She knocked that out of the park.
And all these are from 15 plus years ago. Just
That's
letting
not
you know.
the point. You said 3 or 4. We got 4 songs. See?
We're not going to let her ruin our Katy Perry fun.
No,
We're not going to
can't do that.
Weekday mornings at 9 a.m.
It's Travis and DeMarco
on 710 ESPN.
Hey everybody, it's Cap. Is it time to sell your home? Whether you're downsizing, moving, or inheriting a property, call Seller's Advantage. With decades of experience, they offer custom cash solutions and can close in days. No repairs, no agents, no hassle, just a great offer that gives you peace of mind. Call 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com. Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Our steamed vegetables and signature salads are made fresh for you. Our sauces are more flavorful for you, from sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Wildfires don't just destroy homes, they turn lives upside down. When the Eaton fire swept through, families were left scared and overwhelmed and unsure where to turn. You're about to hear something from someone who lived through it, one of Jacob's clients, one fighting for justice against Southern California Edison.
When I got the call, there was a fast-moving fire. I was like, no, this is not happening. And I tried to get out the car to get into the house. When I came out, flipped down the stairs, and I sat outside till almost 4 in the morning. I drove to the market, and I slept in my car. And when I went back, it looked like someone had dropped and nuclear bombs out today. And I couldn't recognize the streets.
If the Eden fire left you and your family with nothing, Jacob Emrani is ready to fight for you. He's already filed lawsuits against Southern California Edison for their responsibility for the fire, and his team is helping families recover every dollar they deserve. Call 844-24-JACOB or visit calljacob.com. Together, we are LA Strong.
Call Jacob.
And it is Mason and Ireland, your Tuesday, around 1:15, and it is time for the legend.
Gretzky at center. Here's Gretzky in the other zone. Gretzky drops it. Here's Robitaille. Shoot, score! Kings win!
He's the president of your Los Angeles Kings, and of course a legend on the ice as well. Time for the Luke Robitaille Show with Mason and Ireland, now Tuesdays around 1:15, right here on your home of the Los Angeles Kings, 710 ESPN, the Luke Robitaille Show right now on Mason and Ireland.
And as Luke likes to say, joining us right now, the president of the LA Kings, Luke Robitaille. Luke, what's going on, man? How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
We are doing excellent. Luke, by the way, is joining us from Seattle, where the Kings are playing the Kraken tonight. And let's start with this, Luke. You guys have a chance. You got 2 games left. If you win them both, you get more points than you've ever had in team history. So that's significant. It's something that obviously you'd want to see. But in basketball, once you've clinched your playoff position, like I did a game in Denver over the weekend, Luke, that the Lakers rested most of their players. They just wanted to get ready for the playoffs. What's your attitude about how you guys should handle these last 2 games? Do you play everybody, or now that you've earned home ice against Edmonton, do you maybe give your star players some rest?
Well, I don't think the idea for us is to give the star players some rest. I'm assuming it's the same in basketball. Like, there's a lot of guys that play games and they play hurt and no one knows, and they never talk about it in our games. So if there's any guys that are a little bit banged up, they probably won't play the next couple games, just to make sure by the time you start the playoffs, you want to make sure they're 100% or as close to 100% as possible. So for us, that will be the reasoning if there's a few guys that don't play. It's more like they're a little bit banged up. We just want to make sure they're okay for the playoffs. Because we had the Four Nations tournament, our schedule's been very compacted the last month and a half, so it's a lot of games.
So I asked the smart questions here, Luke. You're in Seattle
that was
right
a good
now.
one.
Yeah. Tell me, what is a Kraken? What is a Kraken in your words?
It's some kind of octopus-looking monster that came from underneath to attack the ships back in the days, but that's all I know, guys.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely. I just looked it up.
By the way, that's way better description than I've heard from others.
That's exactly right from what I can read, Luke. You know your stuff. You know your stuff.
I'm not sure it's a real animal, though.
No, I don't think it is. So tell me about, I guess after every home game, you guys have been awarding a helmet that was worn by a firefighter during the recent fires. Describe what's going on, how it started, all that stuff.
I think the way it started, guys, is I think we had a game where we honored the guys, and like what happens in a room like that, it has to be between the players. None of us should get involved ever, because it has to be super organic. So the one thing that we did is we changed the logo at center ice, where we have the badge of the LAFD at center ice. And we've noticed that first game that we had that to honor them, the players at the end of the game, like for the past couple of years, every time they win, they salute the crowd, like almost as a thank you for their support. But that game, the whole team went around the logo. In the past, they would just be all over at center ice. And this year, since then, they've been around the logo. So we noticed that. And then next thing I know, I saw that our people posting post-game, they had a firefighter, because for a while they had like a race car's driver's helmet, like a F1 helmet. Mm-hmm. So it just changed organically, and I think it was a firefighter that brought one for their guys.
Oh, good for them. That's
that
awesome.
Is very cool.
We're talking to Luke Robitaille, the president
cool.
of the Kings. The Kings have earned home ice against Edmonton in a playoff series that we think is going to start Sunday. We'll have news about that either later today or tomorrow, but we're pretty sure it's going to start on Easter. Luke,
I think it should be Sunday night, guys. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I'm hearing the same thing.
But
I'm hearing the same thing.
And then, okay, now I'm going to ask a follow-up question. You think it's probably going to be Sunday. What would Game 2 be?
I think it'll be Tuesday.
Okay.
It's funny, we've been calling the league relentlessly, to know, because we understand our fans want to know, because they want to schedule their life. But we think it'll be Tuesday, but there's always a chance it could be Wednesday. But it does depend on the games tonight. There's 2 games that are being played, Minnesota and St. Louis, on our side. So those games, if those 2 teams win, they clinch, and I think then it'd be really easy for the league to come out either later tonight or early tomorrow morning and say, okay, this is the schedule.
So Ireland,
until then, though, they're not able to do it because of TV.
Right. So Ireland, it would be Lakers Saturday and Monday, and Kings potentially Sunday and Tuesday.
The only thing, Mace, that's been officially announced is Lakers Saturday night. The Kings, Luke's right, though. The Kings announcement that game 1's going to be Sunday night is probably forthcoming here in the next 48 hours or so, maybe sooner.
But Luke, I'm hoping tomorrow, but we never know. I'm assuming you're both coming, because you guys are not just going to go to Lakers and not come to our game.
No, I'm coming to Game 2. I'm coming to Game 2, Luke. I expect to see you too,
Luke.
I'll be there, guys. I
would hope. Hey, Luke. The last 3 years, Edmonton has knocked the Kings out. This is the 4th straight year that we're playing the Oilers in the first round. But this time, the Kings have home ice. It's the first time in those 4 years. How big of a factor is that, or do you hope that will be?
Well, we think it's a big factor. We obviously have liked the way we've played all year. Our guys have been very comfortable. This is the most win we've ever had at home. And then controlling the last change does make a difference. I think the biggest thing you look at in sports, too, you always think, well, if it ever gets to a Game 7, that means we would play at home. Right. And we would way prefer playing at home in a Game 7 than being on the road, because, you got your fans. Our fans are loud in the playoffs. The support's amazing. So from that standpoint, it's a good thing. But, in our game, controlling the last change does make a difference.
What will constitute success for this team this year?
The way we built our team, it's not to win to beat a team. It's to win the Stanley Cup. So if you're asking me what success is, you're trying to win the Stanley Cup. I'm a firm believer that you don't build a team to try to make the playoffs, and you don't build a team to try to beat one team. You try to build a team that you could play for 2 months and win the cup. It's the only reason we play the game. So that's the way that if you ask me what's success, that's success. Then, whatever we end up, we'll assess everything, but that's the goal.
We're talking to Luke Robitaille, president of the Kings. Luke, you can educate me about something. In the NBA, when the playoffs start, all the stars play more minutes. So if you played 35 minutes a game during the season, you'll play closer to 40 in the postseason. Is that true in hockey as well? You were an all-star. Did you play more shifts and more minutes in the playoffs in the regular season, or does that not really happen in hockey?
Yeah, so some of the big guys will end up with not a ton more minutes, but 1 or 2 more minutes. But every game is so big during the year for us. It's so hard to get in that you could see the time, the ice time for most guys go up for a lot of big games. But the biggest thing for us is, when you get into overtime, and next thing you know, sometimes we've seen games that have 3 overtimes. So guys will end up playing 40, 50 minutes a game or 60 minutes. So we got to always be careful, and you really need your entire lineup to help you win and go all the way. So, there's been guys like Kopi that will get 1 or 2 extra minutes, or Drew Doughty, and maybe some of our young guys will get that this year. But I would think we'll be close to the same amount of minutes, or within 1 or 2 of most guys.
All right. Hey, listen, great finish to the season, Luke. I will absolutely be at Game 2, and I hope to see you there.
All right. I will see you guys there.
All right, Luke.
Awesome,
thanks
man.
for coming on, man. Have a good day.
Thanks, Luke. Appreciate it, man.
Guys.
There's Luke Robitaille. Yeah, I'm going to game 2 Lakers and game 2 Kings.
Have you ever seen Connor McDavid in person?
Never in person, no.
It's like, okay, so picture playing a video game. You know how like one character in the video game is way faster than everyone else? That's McDavid. He's just a blur. He's really good, and so is Leon Draisaitl, who both of those guys are always among the league leaders in scoring. If the Kings can put a blanket over those two guys, they got a great shot, but it's really hard to do. They're both great.
Yeah, I'm excited. And obviously, NHL playoffs, you can almost throw out the regular season. The 8 seed can win it all.
Yeah, they have. The Kings have won it as an 8 seed.
Exactly. So you just don't know. You can have a great regular season. Potentially doesn't work out. As you pointed out, the Kings won the year they won one of the years when they were an 8 seed. So it will be interesting. He's talking about home ice. They have won an NHL best 17 times at home, and have just performed really well. So the home ice is going to be really important. And they won it. They clinched it.
And I'm pretty sure that year, I may have my years mixed up, but I'm pretty sure the year they were the 8 seed and won the Cup, they also came back. One of the years they won the Cup, either 12 or 14, they came back from an 0-3 deficit. So hockey playoffs are insane. They're like super intense and crazy. If you ever get a chance to go, you should go. It's really, really fun.
Coming up next for you, what would it sound like if announcers called a baseball game the same way you broadcast a golf tournament? That's coming up next. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
A bat.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason and Ireland.
Yes, you've inspired me. I've decided to go with a much shorter haircut now. I just decided to just 86.
Well, it looks cleaner, that's for sure.
The whole Jufro
looking at
thing.
it now.
Yeah, I mean, it was like such a big, giant Jufro. I'm like, all right, I'm taking the whole thing down.
But you know what that means when you go shorter hair?
Tell me.
You got to be careful what you eat. You go shorter hair,
yeah,
and the face explodes and expands.
Oh yeah, you get fat.
You look even heavier.
You look fatter than you already do, huh?
More visceral fat.
Yeah, so
more
bigger, right? Facts, right, DeAndre?
Facts,
you got short crop. You got to make sure to keep the face tight because if you don't, it's gonna look bigger and rounder than it normally will.
Yeah, all of a sudden, like my chin gets big and fat, my fat cheeks, you know.
The LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Cap.
On 710 ESPN.
All right, listen up. Whether you're out for a walk, hitting the gym, or just tackling your day, in this LA heat, chafing is no joke. Take my word for it. That's why you need Highlands Chafing Relief. This stuff is a game changer. Goes on like a cream, dries like a powder, and stays put even through sweat and water. No greasy mess, just all-day protection. If you've already got some chafing, Highlands soothes it fast with aloe, shea butter, and tea tree oil. Don't let chafing slow you down. Grab Highlands Chafing Relief at Walmart or Target right now.
This is John Ireland. You know Bibigo. You see their logo on every Lakers jersey, but did you know Bibigo is the official game day snack of the Lakers? Bibigo promises bold, authentic Korean flavor. And if you're tired of the same old snacks while watching the game, try America's favorite and #1 Asian snack brand. You can find Bibigo products in the freezer section. Try the steamed dumplings or the mandu. Bibigo knows that food brings people together, just like the purple and gold. Try Bibigo today.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text BREAK to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text BREAK to 321-321. That's BREAK to 321-321.
Mason in Ireland on 710.
I mean, would you rather have good life or sex? Good sex. Good life, good sex.
Well, I got both.
There you go.
That's
Good
the correct
for you,
answer.
Johnny I.
More of Mason and Ireland right now.
John, you know who this is?
This is Chris Stapleton.
Chris Stapleton, 47 years old today. One of the best voices I've ever seen live. I saw him at the Hollywood Bowl. He was amazing.
Here's a weird thing about Chris Stapleton.
Yeah.
If you want to go down this rabbit hole.
Sure.
Before he became famous, he wrote songs for other people and wrote like 5 or 6 hits for major stars. So he's had a great career.
Great career, great voice. I would argue one of the top 5 male singing voices right now.
Well, especially like I'm in Idaho where they listen to both kinds of music here, country and Western. And Stapleton's round the clock here. You hear him every day.
Yeah, the only guy who's the voice that I really love right now, Jelly Roll's got an unbelievable voice.
It sounds a little like Stapleton.
They're very
guys.
similar, yeah.
Same sound.
Jelly Roll has lost, Laura, you looked this up. Jelly Roll lost
200
pounds.
Good for him.
That's crazy. Good for him. Yeah, we want to keep that guy alive. He's a great voice. Great voice. All right, so Ireland, you found this. The Detroit Tigers announcers, in honor of the Masters, I assume, were goofing around a little bit and decided they were going to call part of the game as golf announcers. So here are the Tigers announcers doing a game.
Job on 6. He's been dynamic so far today.
153 yards out. LAX for the 8-iron.
From 60 feet 6 inches, he goes fastball.
Just off the edge of the green.
You could argue that baseball is a sport that actually could be called like golf. Very calming tapper, and he just taps it in with a throw to first. Job through 2. Here on 6.
Even par for the inning. To the 7th tee box he goes.
See what he chooses against Castro.
If you just joined us, Jackson Job's dad was a PGA Tour golfer for a long while. That's why we're play-acting golf announcers. Can you imagine people tuning in like, what are they? What is wrong with
those
them?
guys doing? What are they doing?
Well, Jason Benetti, the lead announcer for the Tigers, used to work for the White Sox.
Okay.
And the White Sox screwed up his deal
right.
and let him go to Detroit. And he's famous for doing goofy stuff like
Is he?
this. But I'm glad that we do not announce baseball like golf.
Yeah,
Golf
yes.
is unique in that the tower is right above where the guys are hitting, so you can't talk in your normal voice.
Right.
But baseball, you need enthusiasm, man. Come on. You need Vin Scully. You need Joe Davis. You need people that can tell you stories.
Yeah.
And, golf announcing is unique to golf. We don't need to transport it.
No, we definitely do not. Definitely.
But it
do
was a
not.
good idea.
Yeah, it was a good
by
bit.
Jason.
Yeah, it was a bit. Everybody's doing bits now.
I've heard that.
It's all about the bits. Speaking of which, this is an interesting one. Clay Travis, who I don't normally follow,
I do.
was talking about Ryan Day.
The coach at Ohio State?
Coach at Ohio State.
Yeah.
Who he suggests dyes his beard. Listen to this.
You have a beard and you dye your beard, you are not trustworthy. Because the whole purpose of having a beard is to embrace your rugged masculinity. And if you're dyeing your beard, you are defeating the whole purpose. I think this is why people didn't trust Ryan Day. I think Ryan Day's approval ratings would go up 1 billion%. Congratulations on the national title. If you really want to be beloved, don't dye your beard. And I just got a checkmate for everybody out there who would argue otherwise. Imagine if Santa Claus dyed his beard.
Yeah, right.
He goes from this friendly, grandfatherly figure to like Hillbilly Jim. You wouldn't let your kids sit on Santa's lap if he dyed his beard. He would be an untrustworthy old guy. Might have a switchblade in the Santa belt. No telling, he might have guns. He might have all sorts of paraphernalia that is inappropriate for children tucked in the red suit. You're not letting your kids sit on Santa's lap if he has a dark beard.
Okay, so Ireland, do you think Ryan Day comes across as dishonest because he dyes his beard?
I do not. I have a position on all things that improve your physical appearance. If you're a woman, if you want to get a breast enhancement, go get it. If you want to get Botox, go get it. If you want to
Filler?
change
What about fillers?
Sure, why not? Whatever you be.
What about
you.
tummy tuck? I'm just naming off procedures
Yes.
now.
I have never done any of those
Facelift.
things, but I have no issue with you doing them or anyone else doing them. If you do what makes you feel good.
Right.
If Ryan Day wants to dye his beard, more power to him. I don't think it makes him
By the
untrustworthy.
way,
What do you think?
His wife denies that he dyes his beard. Denies it. It is awfully dark. It's a very dark beard.
How old
and I
is he?
question it. It's a good question. Ryan Day's age, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I don't think it necessarily represents dishonesty, but it does represent a weird sense of vanity that I think guys generally don't have. Like, for example, I've got wild gray hairs in my eyebrows.
Okay.
Now, should I dye my eyebrows?
If you want to.
I can't get rid. I can't get rid of the white hairs there.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Would you feel better if the gray in your eyebrows went away?
Nah.
You wouldn't. So then don't waste the money.
Yeah.
But if you did, if the answer to that question is yes, then why not?
Laura, what?
The look looks good because you know how I've seen people where it's like super, super dark eyebrows and then
Yes.
all gray and it looks weird.
Right. Okay.
It just looks off.
So you think it looks good?
Yeah, it
I'll
does.
take that. Yeah, I
Yeah,
like
it
that
does.
affirmation. It's very
Distinguished,
helpful to me.
Mace.
Distinguished, yes. And I'm also going with scruff now. I only shave like once every 2 weeks, which I like because I was the worst shaver. I would cut myself shaving all the time. Now
No
I just
kidding.
let it go. Who cares? Who cares? Just let it go. All right, coming up next for you, we're going to do some What's Up, Fool?
What's up, fool?
Laura's got stuff. Brian's got stuff. We will do it coming up next. In the meantime, if you get into an accident with a commercial van or truck or an 18-wheeler, please, please, please do not try to deal with the insurance company on your own. Trust me, last thing you want to do is accept the first offer they call you with the next day. Those commercial drivers, they got special licenses to operate those vehicles, and they also got to log their daily activity with their employer. So if you're injured in an accident caused by an 18-wheeler or commercial vehicle, you need to call Jacob. He and his team know what to look for, whether the driver had driven too long without a brake, or maybe the load he was carrying was unbalanced. There's so many ways for Jacob's team to hold the commercial vehicle company responsible. And by doing so, they're able to get you the medical attention and the settlement you deserve, not the one the insurance company wanted you to accept 12 hours after the accident. Call Jacob, 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB, 844-24-JACOB. Or remember,
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
and if you or a loved one has been injured or lost property because of the recent wildfires, please call Jacob for a free case evaluation. Together, we will rebuild. Call Jacob.com. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Last night in Edmonton, the Kings secured home ice for the first round of the playoffs with a victory over the Oilers.
Kempe left circle, cross ice pass. Fiala scores! A one-timer from the right circle. It's another power play goal. Here they come in a 2-on-1. Kopitar to the right circle. A shot, they score! Kempe on the 2-on-1 with Kopitar. It is 5-0 LA.
The Kings conclude their regular season road slate tonight in Seattle. Don't miss it. Listen live at 7:30 Pacific, right here on the ESPN LA Kings Radio Network.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Los Angeles International Airport's People Mover trains begin rolling early next year as part of LAX's ongoing investments to transform and improve your travel journey. The People Mover trains will quickly move guests between their terminals and our new consolidated rental car center, metro trains and buses, economy parking, and Kiss and Fly lot. The trains will make it simple and fast to get to your LAX destination in 10 minutes or less, and trains depart every 2 minutes beginning in early 2026. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN.
The sports calendar is heating up, and with ESPN Bet Sportsbook, you can go from checking news and stats to placing bets in just a couple of taps. Stream games, bet live, and get exclusive offers when you link your ESPN account. Right now, you can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with promo code JOEQ to get started today. That's JOEQ, JOEQ. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Vivid Seats is your ultimate destination for basketball and hockey this season. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every one-timer and buzzer-beating 3 live and in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Don't miss out. Visit vividseats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256 or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game, avnergatt.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
There's LeBron and Luka, the dynamic duo taking over the NBA.
I can't believe that we just had an assist, LeBron James to Luka Doncic.
But before that, there was the original duo, the OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Ireland has an idea. I do. I think it's stupid, but there are other ideas out there.
More Mason and Ireland right now.
What's Up, Fool is brought to you by Dos Hombres Mezcal. It's fate. It's friendship. It's mezcal. Dos Hombres.
All right, Brian, I'm going to take this one first. All right, guys. So we talk about, I know we're not like the food show. I know that's like the morning show. They declare themselves.
But we do eat food.
But we do love food around here.
Yes, we do love food.
And you love Ready Whip.
Ready Whip is the best.
I mean, you know.
My favorite condiment.
But
Ready Whip.
I was reading an article because I've always heard of the 5-second rule. If something drops, depending on where it drops, you pick it up. If it's less than 5 seconds, you can eat it. So they did a study to see what is the safe time-wise for you to eat something. So it's actually literally nanoseconds. Like the moment it drops, it takes all this bacteria, so you should not put it in your mouth. But do you guys practice the 5-second rule? Like if something drops, depending on where it drops, maybe it's your house, you know, if it's in your home, you're like, oh, whatever, pick it up and eat it. Mace, I'll start with you.
You know, I got to be honest. I do.
Okay, I'm glad you were honest because you kind of thought about it
there. I mean, it sort of depends on the item, right? Like if a burger splats on the floor, I'm not going to eat the burger.
Okay.
But if other stuff falls on if you get it really quick, I think it's totally safe.
Yeah, it's not according to this article.
Ireland, do you practice the 5-second rule?
Hell no.
Oh, see,
Really?
Yeah, anything hits the floor, it's out.
You're the guy that licked your shoe for $100.
Yeah, you did lick your shoe.
I know.
In NOLA.
I know, but I did that when I was drunk. I've been hanging around Michael too long.
Yeah.
But the minute it hits the floor, I'm out.
What about you, Brian?
It depends what it is. You know, if it's like a cupcake and the frosting touches the ground, I'm done with it.
Yeah,
but if
that's true.
It's like a piece of bread, sure.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that give you a
piece
buffer?
of bread? Exactly. A piece of bread, totally fine.
The buffer because the frosting fell, so you can take out the cupcake and then the rest is fine.
That's the best part.
Yeah, but I'm in it for the icing. I'm not in it for the cake. I'm in it for the icing. You kidding me?
All right.
The icing's the good part.
What's up, fool?
All right, guys, 113 years ago, the real Titanic ship went down.
Hey!
All that. But my question here is, because I know for me, you would still read about it in all the history books. It would still be, historic event that happened, tragedy. The cultural phenomenon around the Titanic, is that more because of the movie, or would it still have been, the whole ordeal without the movie?
The movie changed
interesting
everything.
Question. Yeah.
Yeah, the movie changed everything. I think everybody knew about the Titanic, but that movie was so well done and won so many awards and was so good. Almost everybody saw it.
Yeah.
I think it's now, in terms of historical events, top of mind for most people, all because of the movie.
But now, people are going down there. They're taking film, video of stuff, and pictures. It's like, who cares? It's just a sunk ship. Do I really need pictures of this junk at the bottom of the ocean?
Hey, they found that expensive necklace. You never know.
They did not find an expensive necklace. She dropped it, and nobody ever found it.
In the movie, it was found. Remember?
What was that thing called? Heart of the Ocean.
Heart of the
Ocean.
No, it was never found.
No, it was just in the movie, I think.
But she got rid of it.
Yeah.
She just dropped it over the side. She said, nah, that's it. My daughter doesn't get it. That's what she said. Or it was her niece, I think. Yeah, I don't understand the complete fascination with looking at the Titanic now. But if you think about this, an entire ship of people in what was described as an unsinkable ship went down after it hit an iceberg. That, in any era, is a gigantic story. And so I understand why we still talk about it.
People died.
And obviously there was not room on the raft for Leo.
Yes, there was. She just wanted him to die.
You'd think she could have moved over and there was room on the raft?
What's wrong with you?
You look at that piece of whatever door or whatever.
Like a door, yeah.
It was like a door. 2 people could have fit in that.
So you're saying
she was thin? I mean, come on. She's like, super teeny.
Yeah, you're right. Why wasn't there room for Leo?
There was room. She just said, "Get back." She wanted dramatic.
Yeah. It's a great movie.
It is a good movie.
What's up, fool?
All right, guys. Kind of keeping on the theme of movies because I know the founder came out a few years ago. It's McDonald's Day because the first McDonald's opened. Well, the first franchise McDonald's, not the original one here in California. But I wanted to know, when it comes to restaurants or like franchises, was this the biggest L that you can think of? Because those 2 brothers do not own any of the franchise money. They were paid $2 million, I believe, and that was it. They couldn't get anything else. But look at what McDonald's is. It's all over the world.
So you're saying the people that started McDonald's did not get anything from it?
I think they only got $2 million. So there's 2 brothers that started McDonald's in San Bernardino.
Right.
Then this guy came, the sales guy, and he was like, we should franchise it because he loved the operation of it. The guys were very like, no, we don't want to do it. They caved. They did it. And then somehow he cheated them out of like owning the franchise itself.
Wow, that's terrible.
So like, isn't that like one of the biggest L's like you can think of because McDonald's is worth so much? It's like billions.
Yeah, that's a good question. Like what like road not taken. The famous NBA story on this is when the ABA was joining with the NBA, they only took 4 teams, and there were 2 brothers that owned the St. Louis ABA team, and a young lawyer named David Stern, he wasn't the commissioner yet, cut a deal with him that said, okay, since you're not joining the NBA, we can't have any litigation, you can't sue us, we'll give you 1% of all TV revenue in perpetuity. In other words, forever. Hundreds of millions of dollars. These guys just got out, these 2 brothers. There's a 30 for 30 on this, but because they needed to get a deal pushed through, David Stern gave them 1% of the broadcast revenue, the league took off, and that was it. But I'm trying to think of another deal like that where somebody got out and got left-handed,
Let's see, me? That happened to me.
Really?
Yeah, that internet radio thing.
Well, yeah, except that never took off.
Well, I started a show, and then all of a sudden one day it was gone.
Right, but that we got involved with the wrong people.
Yeah, no question.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it stole all our money. Drained a lot of cash. It was terrible. I always think that road not taken, think about, there was a time when Blockbuster and Netflix were competing with each other.
Oh, that's a good one.
And
they try to buy them or something, right?
Blockbuster did not see the value in what Netflix was doing. Blockbuster could have been Netflix.
Right.
They just went down the wrong road. It's like Kodak is another company that has just faded completely because they didn't get digital soon enough. So, yeah, there are examples of companies that didn't make the right advancements. But I'm trying to think of, I can't think of anybody else that got literally screwed out of an operation.
There's a famous story that I don't know what the other product was, but when the George Foreman grill came out, the company that invented the George Foreman grill had two products.
Okay.
And they called Hulk Hogan. And Hulk, they said, we got this grill and we got this other thing. And Hulk took the other thing, and it didn't take off.
But he could have had the grill.
George Foreman got the grill and made like close to $500 million on it.
I have a George Foreman.
Yeah,
Do you still use
did.
it?
Nah.
Yeah, I
but
don't
it's in there somewhere.
I got it somewhere.
Yeah.
What's that, Fu?
There's a documentary about it, and Hulk says, yeah, I picked the wrong thing.
By the way, I think this proves that there is a documentary about everything. No matter what subject you're interested in, there has been at least one documentary and maybe multiple documentaries about it.
Have you seen The Glory?
No, I can't get to everything.
It's good.
Is it
It's
good?
so
This is
good.
The Dodger
He
one, right?
cried.
You cried at the end
the
of
first one's like mostly about Freddie, you know, and
Yeah, I'll watch that one.
Okay, so here it is. Hulk Hogan chose to endorse the Hulkamania meatball maker instead of the Foreman grill.
Meatball
He
maker.
missed a phone call from his agent about the grill endorsement and instead promoted a meatball maker and later the Hulk Hogan Thunder Mixer, neither which took off. And George Foreman was making $8 million a month off the Foreman grill.
Wow, $8 million
Good for
a
him.
month.
What's that, Fu?
I guess today is a Seth Rogen's birthday. Turns 43 today. You know,
Awesome new
I'm
show.
born on
Good
tax
show, yeah.
day.
The Studio is a
Studio is
killer show. Yes.
Perfect Rotten Tomatoes. Did you see that?
No, it's 100% on Rotten
Yeah.
Tomatoes. Yeah, it is an immediate class. You haven't started yet.
I watched the first episode, which was great, but I haven't gone past the first episode.
Yeah, it's
The
so good. I
Kool-Aid?
just finished episode 4. Everyone is really smart
Is that
and
the,
really funny.
the missing tape one?
Yes.
Episode, yeah. it was
Okay,
good.
so Mace, little bit of trivia. Ike Barinholtz,
Yep.
who plays Seth Rogen's number 2 at the studio, in the studio, I guess I should say.
Yeah.
Was one of the creators of Running Point.
Oh, is that right? I didn't realize that. Ike
He
Barinholtz
doesn't
was.
appear. He doesn't appear on camera, but he's one of the producers behind the scenes. of,
Okay.
Running Point.
Yeah, strong recommend for the Studio. Really, really funny, especially if you've got interest in the movie business and all that stuff. Everyone sort of focuses like the Lost Reel. I
Yeah.
think is episode 4.
Yeah,
really, really
I
good.
love it. I don't think I heard Emily say earlier, like maybe people wouldn't like it if they're not really into the back end of the music.
And that's
the
and that's
movie
probably
business.
true. Yeah, it's
I don't
not
think
necessarily
so.
for everybody.
I think it's funny, and I think like the characters are all in some way relatable because even Seth Rogen's character is like, this is what I wanted to do, and this was my dream, and now I'm here. And he's such a dork.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think it's so relatable. Yeah.
Yeah, my question about Seth Rogen here. He's my favorite actor. One of my favorite things he has done is outside of acting, the houseplant brand he has started with his cannabis and his pottery. 'Cause
Nice.
He's really into pottery, so he likes doing that
That's
kind of
cool.
stuff. And I have some of the stuff that he has made.
You have some of his pots and
some of it's like little
vases,
trinkets and
whatnot?
stuff like that. Yeah, a bunch
Where'd
of
you get 'em?
ashtrays. On his website, he's like a houseplant kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay.
And I've also tried his cannabis because of the name. So my question here is there anybody that you love like in that atmosphere that comes out with a different product or comes out with a movie that you will watch no matter what?
I pretty much watch anything Denzel's in. I used to watch anything Tom Hanks was in, but now he makes so many movies that I can't keep up.
I will always see a Christopher Nolan movie. Always see a Paul Thomas Anderson movie. Those are the two.
Yeah, he has a new DiCaprio movie coming out.
I know.
right?
It's apparently the biggest budget he's ever worked with this summer. I'm a big P.T. Anderson guy. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else that you like. I love Snoop. Like, I love the lifestyle and the vibe and all that stuff. Snoop is, like, right up my alley.
We need to get Snoop.
I would love to
I'm
get
gonna
Snoop
see
on the
if I
show.
can
Do it. Do it,
figure
Laura.
that out.
Do it, Laura. Do you have any connection to Snoop, Ireland? Does he golf at Mountain Gate?
Not that I've seen, but I'll ask around.
I will ask someone that I
think
know.
O'Shea could probably get us
Yeah,
to Snoop.
Probably could.
I'll text O'Shea.
Yeah, O'Shea could probably do it.
O'Shea, hook it up. I know you're listening.
Do we have one more?
What's up, Foo?
Yeah, I'll do it. Okay, so I saw this video. Actually, a friend sent it to me, and it was a man was laying next to a golf ball. So he lives next to a golf course, and every time someone hits a golf ball into his yard, he'll go lay next to it, and the golfer is going around looking for it. And his kids are videotaping him, pretending to have gotten hit by the golf ball.
Oh,
and then wakes up
that's funny.
He kind of wakes up going like groggy, like, oh, my head hurts. Hey, were you looking for this? And I could not stop laughing because I'm like,
awesome.
I would do that. I would totally do that. So I want to know, Ireland, you live by a golf course, right, in Idaho.
Yep.
Would you do that? Would you prank people like that? And if you would be the golfer looking for the ball, what would you do?
I don't, but James Worthy does. Whenever somebody hits a ball anywhere near us and they don't yell for, Worthy goes, ah! And lays down and makes them feel like they hit him just to mess with them. And it's always funny. Never gets old.
Yeah, would you do that, Mace?
Would I prank people? I'm a big pranker. I can prank with the best of them. That's
No,
a
I
funny
don't
bit.
No, but what would you do if you would go looking for your golf ball and then the
Oh,
person's
and that guy was there?
yeah, laying
Probably
there?
call 911.
I would run.
No, you can't run.
I'm like,
You're
bye, guy.
responsible. You can't run. You can't leave the guy in his backyard.
Bye.
Oh, wow.
There's no blood, so there was no blood.
But
on
he's
the thing.
But according to this, he's unconscious.
Well,
You're telling me
yeah,
you would
that's
not
true. No, I
help
would
this guy
probably
that is
call. Yeah,
unconscious
I
that you
would.
hit with a golf ball in his yard?
How do I know it's me?
Yeah. All right, there you have your What's Up Fool today. Coming up next, John, I had a crisis yesterday. A crisis. And I want to know how you would react to it.
Okay, got it.
That is coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The most followed sports radio station in the world.
In the world. That's right. In the world.
710 ESPN.
You know it. Yeah, tell your friends.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
We're naturally entertaining.
Yes. LA's mega sports station. 710 ESPN.
Next Gen is the official AC, heating, plumbing, and electrical company of SoCal sports fans. That's right. Next Gen is the absolute best in the biz and have thousands of 5-star reviews to prove it. Looking for an all-star deal on home comfort? Call Next Gen. For just $14.99 a month, you'll score year-round coverage on all your heating, air conditioning, and plumbing needs. You heard that right. For just $14.99 a month, you'll experience year-round coverage and comfort. No unexpected timeouts, just total peace of mind. Next Gen members receive annual heating and AC tune-ups, water heater flushes, plumbing inspections, and more. Plus, unlock guaranteed 2-hour priority service appointments and unlimited free diagnostics for your friends and family. Sign up today to become a Next Gen VIP. Next Gen is the only name you need to remember to keep your home safe and comfortable all season long. Call 833-3-NEXT-GEN. That's 833-3-NEXT-GEN or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com.
NEXGEN, call 833-3-NEXT-GEN.
This is a test of the emergency alert system. This is only a test.
Hey, it's Mace. Looking for some fun? Dive into Chumba Casino, your ultimate destination for free, fun-to-play social casino games. Play slots, bingo, and more whenever and wherever you want. With new games dropping every week, there's always something fresh. Lounge on the sofa or play on the go. Play now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Delaware, Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada, excluding Quebec. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a good karma brands radio station.
Mason, Ireland, on 710 ESPN.
Shohei Ohtani and I have something in common.
No, you don't.
Yes, we do.
I don't believe it.
We do.
Does he call in sick a lot?
No. Okay.
Right now, more of Mason and Ireland on 710.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
So
they not like us.
I wanted to make
They not like us.
somebody called
They not
earlier
like
during
us.
Sports Graffiti and said, I'd like your recommendations. Let me tell you something. I started a show yesterday that is so friggin' good. Brian, are you watching The Last of Us?
Oh, yeah, the season 2.
Oh.
What is that show about?
It's based off a video game.
Yeah, based off a video game. It's about a dude and a little girl who are facing these creatures. There's a pandemic, and everybody turns into like a brain monster, and then they have to. What are they called?
They're cordyceps virus or whatever it is.
Exactly.
It's like a mushroom fungus that gets in the brain and takes over. Pretty much mushroom zombies.
Yeah, mushroom zombies, essentially. But it's about the people. It's about their relationship. And, boy, they've set up a really great season 2. I'm excited about it. Pedro Pascal is great in that show.
The first season was pretty, they did a pretty good job of, like, sticking to some of the game stuff.
Right.
And so this next season, if they do the same thing, it's going to be
Did you
amazing.
play the game?
I played the first one, and I know about the second one. I played it, like, a little bit, but I didn't finish the second one. The first one, amazing. They're also some of the highest rating
and
games
they
of all
follow
time.
the game.
Yeah, it's pretty,
the shows follow the game.
Yes, I would say at least like 80%.
And yet I've never seen the game, but the show still works for me.
Right.
I don't have to have played the game to like it.
No, not at all.
By the way,
when
you
the
know
games
who-
came out, they were supposed to be like the greatest story for games that came out.
You know who Pedro Pascal is supposedly dating? At least they're showing up everywhere as Jennifer Aniston.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's a nice looking
Pedro
couple.
Pascal and Jennifer Aniston.
Well,
have been spotted all over the
end.
place.
Cappy.
That'll end the Obama rumor.
Oh yeah, that would end the Obama rumor. That's right.
Yeah, which Jennifer claims was never a thing. Said she's met him once, and that this rumor that they're dating. If you Google Barack Obama, Jennifer Aniston dating, you'll get hundreds of responses, but both of them say it's just not true. It's just something that kind of grew, and it's not happening.
So yesterday, Ireland, Brian, Laura, I go to the can after the show.
At the station?
At the station.
Okay.
Sit down on the can, phone right into the toilet.
Oh, no.
Into the toilet.
Had you already
No.
done your business?
Clear water.
Okay.
Now, I want to know what you would do before I tell you what I did.
I would take it out immediately, stick it in a box of rice, and hope I could save it.
Yeah,
Now,
No, they're water resistant now, John. You don't have to worry about that.
wait a minute. Like, you remember that time you jumped off a boat and you had your phone in your pocket?
That was a long time ago. The iPhone 15
But if you,
or
what I'm
whatever,
saying
I can take underwater.
If I did that now, I have a 15.
Yeah.
If I jumped in the lake and popped, I'll go, oh, no, I forgot I have my phone in my pocket, and pop right back out, my phone would survive
Your phone's
it.
fine, yes. Your phone is water resistant.
But what about into the charging port? Wouldn't that? Because sometimes, like one time I threw my phone into a cart and there was water in the cart.
Yeah.
And I got a message saying your charging port is wet. Phone, do not.
Well, yeah,
insert
you don't charge it right away. Like, you won't take it out and be like, oh, let me charge. You have to, like, let it dry.
Yeah,
but it's
I mean,
not going to malfunction.
Here's the thing. iPhones
There's a
are
difference
water
between water resistant and waterproof.
correct. And that means that it can handle some water, but you can't take it deep or anything like that, and you can't have it in
Right.
the water
Are
for
you
a long
suggesting that you that if I drop my phone in the toilet, I should consider getting rid of that phone?
time. No.
I wouldn't.
I took the phone out of the toilet.
Okay.
I took it to the sink. I got some soap.
Did you wash it?
I washed my phone with soap.
Okay.
And then
you added more water to the equation.
correct. And then I dried it off, and it's still working, but I don't think it's necessarily very sanitary. It got one little now. So you would have put yours in a box of rice,
Yeah.
which would have been unnecessary. But what would you do about the toilet part of it? Did I do the right thing?
Yeah. Now, what would make it harder is if you had done your business, but you hadn't flushed.
That's really part.
And then, like, I don't know if I could save that phone. I think I would throw that phone in a plastic bag, take it into an Apple store, and say, give me the latest model.
Yeah. Brian, what would you do? Toilet, phone?
Well, I've had this happen to me before. Not here, but Yeah, take the case off and everything. Immediately just grab one of those like Clorox wipes or something
That's
like that.
good.
And that's
yeah,
what
Clorox
I would.
wipes.
Yeah, hey,
fine.
Mace, you could just change the case. Do you have a case on your phone?
Yeah, I have a case. I washed the case, too. I think it's mostly, I'm sure it's, so here's the thing. Your phone is one of the dirtiest things you own. Phones are filthy.
Hey, ask that question to Michael the next time he's in.
Oh, my God, I can only imagine.
I wonder what he would do.
Michael would go get a new phone, would he not?
I think so.
Yeah, the way he rolls. Yeah,
I think he would.
All right, hey, let's do a quick hit on the Dodgers. Dodgers win last night. They win 5-3. They beat Colorado.
Did you watch the last inning?
I did. Tanner Scott made it interesting.
Yeah, I thought they were going to blow it.
Yeah, Tanner Scott allowed a couple of hits in the ninth inning, and it did look rough there. Got out
I
of
was
it.
waiting to go pick up Lisa. I was supposed to. Her flight came in at 11. I'm about an hour from the airport. And and that game was coming down to the end, and I thought, oh, good, I can watch the end of the game. And he kept putting people on base. So I finally got out of there right after the last pitch. But I did not feel good about that ending.
Yeah, no, it was Tanner Scott is a guy they're going to count on all year long. Didn't have the best night. Anthony Bonda gave up the 2-run homer. Kirby Yates has been pretty money so far. And, again, their bullpen, they still don't have Evan Phillips and Michael Kopech back. So their bullpen is going to be absolutely locked down. But, John, you saw their closer. That is the pitcher that they feel the best about. So he had a rough night, but I do think he's going to be fine. He's a lefty killer, too. He's good against both, but he's really, really tough against lefties. And tonight...
So Trinan's going to remain the setup guy and Tanner Scott's going to close?
Well, it's an interesting question. So let's say 2-3-4 comes up in the eighth inning. Then you're probably going to throw Tanner Scott in the eighth inning, and you're gonna throw Trinan in the ninth, where he would have a save opportunity. But I think they want Tanner Scott against the meat of every lineup, whether that's the eighth or the ninth inning. I think that's how they're going to use it. The concept of closer has changed. Right now, when you get to late innings, a late inning situation, and you're facing 2-3-4, 3-4-5, meat of the other guy's lineup, you want your very best pitcher on the mound. So it's possible that Tanner Scott will face those hitters in the eighth inning, and then Blake Trinan will come in for a save in the ninth. But the idea of a closer doesn't really exist anymore, at least in the mind of the Dodgers.
What's your over-under on how many complete games? How many out of the 162 the Dodgers will have complete games this year? Less than 5?
Oh, 100% less than 5.
Less than 3?
Yes, less than 3. I don't know if they had a complete game last year.
Gavin Stone.
Gavin Stone had one?
Hurt, too.
Yeah, that's right. Gavin Stone, did he have the one complete game last year?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it'll be under 5. This just, I think that a lot of this is going to be reserving innings. They're load managing their starting pitching. They've always done it, and they're going to keep doing it. So I don't imagine that any of these starting pitchers are going to throw more than 150 innings this year. Maybe Snell, although he's hurt now. We'll see when he comes back. He's the one guy I could see throw more than 150 innings. But for the most part, they're going to be careful with Yamamoto, who looks great so far. But, again, comes out of a world where they pitch every 6 days, and the Dodgers are going to have to maintain that rotation. So, it'll be interesting. I think that fewer than 5, likely fewer than 3 complete games, and nobody with more than 150 innings pitched. By the way, Landon Knack tonight, who was so good in his last start.
Yeah, they really are going 6, sometimes 7-man rotation this year.
Yeah, and then it'll be Yamamoto tomorrow. But Knack tonight, Knack was terrible in his first start. Oh, there we go. We're playing his theme song. My Sharona, Landon Knack on the mound. By the way, Shohei and Mookie both homered last night. And Dustin May had his best performance of the year. 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run.
His stuff is nasty.
It really, really great. Great stuff. And so maybe they've snapped out of their offensive slump a little bit after last night. You get Mookie going. You get Shohei going. Meanwhile, the Lakers are getting ready for Minnesota. Game 1 is Saturday. That's really the only playoff game that is locked down, right?
Right.
We think the Kings are going to play Sunday against Edmonton in Game 1 at Crypto. And Ireland, you have no speculation on when Game 2 will be for the Lakers?
I don't. They haven't announced it. But I've heard the games in Minnesota the following week are going to be like over the weekend, like maybe Friday, Sunday. So I wouldn't be surprised if Game 2 stretches out to Tuesday or Wednesday, but it could be Monday.
Because then where do you put the Kings game?
Well, yeah,
Kings have a game too. Would that be the King? I'm almost thinking Lakers Monday and Kings on Tuesday.
Could be, yeah. I mean, they'll announce it soon enough.
Yeah.
But people got to make plans.
One of the interesting dynamics is that Luka was playing for Dallas last year versus Minnesota, beat them in the Western Conference Finals. How important is that, do you think, for this series?
Say that again.
Luka Doncic was with Dallas last year when they beat the Timberwolves in the Western Conference Finals. How important is that?
It matters, but also Chris Finch is a really good coach, and he, I think, will pull out all that game tape and see what Luka did to him and have a counter to it. So it's like a chess match. What I'm excited to see from the Lakers' perspective is JJ eats, breathes, and sleeps this stuff. And if I know him, I think him being in his first playoff series is going to be something he fully embraces. And I bet you they're going to try stuff we haven't seen all year. I can't wait to see these games. And in Minnesota, by the way, Mason, I think Anthony Edwards has a chance to be first team All-NBA. He played in more games. Most of his competition got hurt. So SGA is going to be one guard for sure. But the other guard has always been Luka. And Luka hasn't played enough games to qualify.
Right.
So they've got to give it to somebody who has. And most of the guards that would be up for that award haven't had enough games. So I think the first team All-NBA guards are going to be SGA and Ant. And so and then the forwards, the center will be Jokic, and then the forwards will be Giannis and Jason Tatum.
Right.
I think that's your first team All-NBA right there.
All right, coming up next for you, the story of the sideline reporter and the art of the pickup. We will do that next. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, time to talk about our Southern California Toyota dealers. If you're looking for a new car, you got to look at Toyota. For no other reason than they're great vehicles, and no matter what you buy, if you get a new Toyota, a car, a truck, an SUV, all new Toyotas come with Toyota Care. That's a no-cost maintenance plan that covers all normal factory-scheduled service for 2 years or 25,000 miles, whichever comes first. So if you want 2 years of free maintenance, if you want a great vehicle, if you are looking for a car, a truck, an SUV, there's two ways you can see Toyota. First, you can go to Toyota.com, see the entire selection, or you can visit your Southern California Toyota dealer. Either way, you're getting a great vehicle. You'll see the full lineup of cars. Toyota, we make it easy. Toyota, let's go places.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam!
You got 710 ESPN in the palm of your hand.
Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256, or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game. avnergatt.com.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Hey, Southern California, I'm Ty Pennington, the home guy. Teaming up with Pechanga Resort Casino to give away a brand new house. Imagine yourself in a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom home in incredible Temecula, California. All you need to do is play your favorite slots or table games at Pechanga Resort Casino. The more you play, the more entries you earn. Visit Pechanga.com or call 888-PECHANGA for complete details on Home Sweet Win.
Rules and conditions apply. Go to Pechanga.com for more details.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Billy, your gas light's on. We need to stop and fill up.
No way, Jen. Gas around here is too expensive. We can make it a little further.
Billy, listen to your big sister. You don't need to drive all over searching for the lowest gas prices. Do what I do and use Upside.
Upside?
Do you live under a rock, Billy? Upside is the hottest cashback app out there. It's free to download, and you get real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it all the time, and I've already made around $200.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying the gas you have to buy anyway?
Yes, I'm looking at the Upside app now, and there's a gas station at the next exit offering 25 cents per gallon cash back.
Okay, I'm stopping to download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code GO to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code GO for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code GO for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
And it is Mason and Ireland, the OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Like, that's the problem in the world, is there aren't enough happy shows. Happy. Fun shows. Fun.
Mason and Ireland.
710 ESPN.
So I'll give a hoot what you do, say, girl, I know you a little too tame. I'll be shooting that shot.
So Ireland's in Idaho. I'm here with Laura, Brian, Cohen, and John. Tell me what this is.
Elephant sound.
Thank you. Thank you for recognizing that. That is me doing an elephant sound, which I think is excellent.
That sounds like
it's not bad.
Dying elephant sound.
So I don't know if you saw this, but yesterday at the San Diego Zoo, they had that earthquake.
Yeah.
Did you see what the elephants did?
No, they go freaked out?
No.
So cute.
The elephant, they're like 3 baby elephants there. And so the big elephants encircled the baby elephants to protect them from whatever it was that was gonna happen.
Just instinctually.
Instinctually, they formed a circle around those baby elephants. It was the coolest thing. We can learn a lot from elephants.
We can.
Yeah. Laura, do you have an elephant sound?
Oh, no, you're not going to.
Brian, you got one?
I think he can do it.
No. Lost it. I was about to do it, but then I lost
got ready to go. Ireland?
That wasn't very.
Yeah, see?
That wasn't very elephant-y.
It was a little. Yeah.
What's the key to doing that one? So you're doing your lips are closed.
Closed. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to work on mine.
Yeah. Anyway, the elephants, very cool. Very cool. They were circling up the babies. All right, let me do this, John. You've done a lot of sideline reporting over the years. Well, there was a gentleman last night doing sidelines. And, Laura, where'd his name go?
His name is Wiley Ballard.
Ballard.
He is the sideline reporter for the Atlanta Braves, and he was interviewing 2 attractive women about the new rooftop seats in Atlanta. And he's gone viral today because of something that happened.
So here is Wiley Ballard.
We're having a lot of fun up here up the Corona rooftop. Who do we got here? What's your name?
My name's Lauren.
Lawrence, all right.
And I'm Kayla.
Kayla, and you guys hang out at the rooftop lounge often?
Once a year I come out to visit.
Okay, well, we timed it pretty well. All right, good. How are you guys feeling about rooting for the Braves today?
Oof, I don't know. I'm hoping for the best.
What about you? Are you a Braves fan now?
Not quite.
Not quite. All right, I'm gonna go to work up here, guys. Good luck the rest of the way.
Okay, Wiley. You got 4 innings to get the numbers.
I'm on it. Come on.
Get us some more Braves fans.
All right, so they want me to get your number.
They want you to get my number.
I'm dead serious. They're saying in my ear right now. She doesn't believe me because she thinks you guys are not. I'm making this up. Even if you guys weren't, I might use that in the future. That's actually a pretty good move.
This is unbelievable.
So the best part of this right now is that Wiley could totally be faking it. This might be the new move. Just walk around with a FanDuel microphone and an earpiece in and convince fans that they're actually on TV.
I should have thought.
So there you have it. She did punch in. Well, she punched in a number.
Yeah, you don't know if it was her number. But this has gone viral, and I'll give you like Jill Painter-Lopez, who works over at KCBS where I used to work, tweeted that if a female reporter did that, she would be crushed. Is Jill right?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I think female reporters are held to a different standard.
Right, but I thought that was all in good fun.
Right, but I do think there's
It would have been funnier, by the way, if the girl would have gone, I'm not giving you my number.
Right, no, that would have been perfect. Instead, she gave him the number.
Right.
No, I don't think. I think, honestly, he's gone viral. I don't think it would be a good look for a woman to have done it. Women reporters have a really difficult time in this business. They're held to a very difficult standard. So I don't think a woman would do it.
I had no problem with the segment. I thought it was funny.
I thought it was funny, too.
When you're a sideline reporter, all you're trying to do is take people inside the game.
Yes.
To give us something that's happening at the game that we wouldn't see otherwise. And I thought he did that. I thought it was fine. I think there's been a massive overreaction to this.
Really? So I'm not aware of the negative reaction. There's a huge negative reaction.
Oh, yeah. I'll send you some stuff.
Yeah, send me some stuff. I didn't realize. I just thought it was kind of funny. I don't offend easily. So
yeah.
What's the offense about?
That
it's
predatory.
sexist?
Yeah.
I only saw people. I mean,
the guy's not Harvey Weinstein. All right.
No.
He's and to me, I thought it was fine. He's not in a position of power over those women to take advantage of.
Right.
them.
No, he's just getting the digits.
Right.
He's doing what?
Who cares?
Yeah. Right. I don't.
It could have all been staged for all we know, too. Like a lot of those things are staged. When
I
the
don't.
nachos
That one did
and
not
stuff.
seem staged.
No,
I thought that was organic.
It seemed legit.
And when you're a I did baseball sidelines for a few years, man. You're looking for anything in those games.
Yeah, really anything.
I remember when I was working a game in Arizona. I went and jumped in the pool.
Yeah.
I've been. I went and sat with Charlie Sheen in the outfield when he bought a whole section of seats to try and get a Cecil Fielder home run ball.
Sure.
You're grasping at straws trying to find stuff.
Yeah,
so I didn't mind that segment
baseball's
at all.
tough. When I was doing Dodger games, it's tough. The whole job is tough, I think. It's Kristen Watson. She does a really good
Kirsten
job.
Watson is chained to the dugout. She doesn't have to go into the stands. What this guy does is he's going into the stands and talking. Now, Kirsten can go into the stands.
Right.
She did a great interview with Michael when Trace was on the team.
Oh, yeah?
And that went viral. That was really good, because Michael's funny.
She does a terrific job.
Yeah, she's really good. But if your job
She's
is
not doing the human interesty kind of stuff.
And this guy is.
She's doing baseball.
Yeah, she might go into the stands to go, if somebody's parents are watching their first game or something, and she always does a really great job with that. But part of it, too, is who your announcers are. I don't know who those Braves announcers were, but I thought them playing along with the bit kind of made the bit.
Yeah, no, I thought it worked. I think it was their suggestion to get the numbers.
Right.
It was the Braves announcers that said, hey, you got 4 innings to get the numbers.
Right.
Didn't take them long.
I was a sideline reporter for 20 years. I never got anybody's number. Maybe I missed the bit that I should have been doing.
Yeah, no, you probably did. All right, one more thing here. Let's see. Oh, yeah. How do you feel about gender reveals?
I wouldn't do one. But, for example, I like the one Austin Reeves did.
The shoes.
Yeah, he told his family his brother was having a baby, and they all told their family, all right, watch the game tonight. If Austin's wearing blue shoes, it's a boy. If he's wearing pink shoes, it's a girl. And he was wearing pink shoes, so that revealed the identity. I thought that was kind of cool.
Here's the Philly announcers. Bryce Harper was involved in a gender reveal.
Bryce is at the plate. Swing and a miss. Now, you can take a look at the bat that he's using. He's using the Victus bat, the blue bat. Well, guess what? That blue bat arrived at the ballpark today. It was given to him by Trey Turner because they have just revealed the gender of the Harper's next child.
Really?
Yeah.
Another gender reveal.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Becoming a trend.
Yeah, those are cool. I don't
mind him. I don't mind him.
I went to one where they had a confetti cannon. I'm like, that's a little much. To me, it's an opportunity to get one more gift on your way. Like, what's the difference between a gender reveal and a baby shower? Don't people get both and presents for both?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so I wouldn't do one. Like, if I would ever become pregnant, like, I don't care to do it. That's like double.
You would not do a gender reveal.
No, that's a lot of work. You're putting together a party and you're spending money. But I have friends that have done gender reveals, but they specifically said no gifts. Just come, be a part of us revealing. But it's like you feel bad not taking.
Let me tell you something. You can say no gifts, like I did at my party. Gifts show up. People are like, I know you said no gifts, but, and I got really nice stuff, but when you say no gifts, people assume you do want them.
I brought you a bottle of Sasha Vujicic's wine.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
Have you drank it yet?
Juan was drinking the Alexander wine last night.
There you go.
Yeah, very good. We got nice bottles of tequila and bourbon and all kinds of stuff.
Nice.
Excellent.
By the way, I want to congratulate my friend Rajiv, who did his TED Talk today. He says, I'm next. I'm like, I don't have a bunch of smart stuff to say in a TED Talk. Could you do a TED Talk, Ireland?
Probably not. But because they're kind of long, right?
I don't know the exact length.
Most TED Talks I've seen are about 45 minutes.
Oh, God, I don't know.
But I go talk to classes all the time for at least that long, and it's no big issue. But there's a lot of Q&A in those things.
Yeah, but the TED Talk thing, like, Rajiv thinks I should do one on mental health
That'd be awesome.
issues, which I probably could do.
That'd be great. I think you could do one.
But I'm just not serious enough. And by the way, Ireland, yesterday we were talking about how I'm a completely different person off the air.
Right.
Juan said, you're the same person. You're just as dumb. You're just stoned
You're not
or
as,
drunk.
Yeah, you're not
and
as
watching a
outgoing.
game.
You're not as vibrant.
Although I just had 170 people in my house 3 weeks ago.
That's true, you did.
Right.
It's pretty vibrant.
So, yeah, but I'm a big dumb kid at home. I'm a big dumb kid at work. That's the way I view it. All right, coming up next for you, John, this is amazing. You can take a class at USC taught by an NFL head coach.
And he's still teaching the class, even though he's still coaching.
Yes.
Which makes it weird.
That is coming up next for you. In the meantime, it's time. Chumba Casino. The action never stops. You can play online social casino games anytime, anywhere for free. No purchase necessary. Your playbook is stacked. Think bingo and solitaire and slots, so much more. Hundreds of games. You're never going to run out of action. Here's the kicker. They're dropping fresh games every single week. It's like a highlight reel of fun ready for you to tackle. Plus, free daily login bonuses and a sweet welcome bonus when you join. What are you waiting for? The clock is ticking. The game is on. Suit up and take your shot, and let's head to ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com. Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Delaware, Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada, excluding Quebec. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Last night in Edmonton, the Kings secured home ice for the first round of the playoffs with a victory over the Oilers.
Kempe left circle, cross ice pass. Fiala scores! A one-timer from the right circle. It's another power play goal. Here they come in a 2-on-1. Kopitar to the right circle. A shot, they score! Kempe on the 2-on-1 with Kopitar. It is 5-0 LA.
The Kings conclude their regular season road slate tonight in Seattle. Don't miss it. Listen live at 7:30 Pacific, right here on the ESPN LA Kings Radio Network.
This is John Ireland. You know Bibigo. You see their logo on every Lakers jersey. But did you know Bibigo is the official game day snack of the Lakers? Bibigo promises bold, authentic Korean flavor. And if you're tired of the same old snacks while watching the game, try America's favorite and #1 Asian snack brand. You can find Bibigo products in the freezer section. Try the steamed dumplings or the mandu. Bibigo knows that food brings people together, just like the purple and gold. Try Bibigo today.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on retirement contributions, a very handsome reward indeed. With Robinhood Gold, your annual IRA contributions are boosted by 3%. Plus, you also get 4% APY on your cash and non-retirement accounts. That's over 8 times the national savings average. The perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% IRA boost on annual contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. Rates subject to change. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold at $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Over 8 times the national average savings account interest rate claim is based on data from the FDIC as of November 18th, 2024. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
Mason and Ireland on LA's mega sports station.
Oh my, am I really on Mason and Ireland show?
Yes.
This is a great moment. Hey.
Right now, more of Mason and Ireland on 710.
I'm sure O'Shea Jackson Jr. is down at the TLC. What do they call that thing? It used to be the Man Chinese Theater. Now it's the TLC Chinese Theater.
Yeah.
His dad, Ice Cube, is getting his handprints done today.
Is he really?
Yeah. Big star. Big star. So, John, congratulations to Ice Cube. John, this was something that came up. Let me see. This came up today. It turns out that Pete Carroll, now the head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders, is still teaching a class at USC.
And Lindsay Theory went and checked out the class.
She audited the class, right?
Right. And she says it's great.
Yeah.
That and Pete really loves doing it, and he's not giving it up just because he got the Raider gig. I'd love to take a class from Pete
I would
Carroll.
take a class. Believe me, Pete has got...
You believe Pete is 73?
No.
Crazy.
He is a very young 73. By the way, are you surprised that Daryl Morey and Nick Nurse are going to be back with the Sixers next year?
No, because Daryl has never fired a coach quickly. Now, if they wanted to blow, they were devastated by injuries. This year.
Yeah.
So I think, but they better win next year. I think that next year they're kind of playing for their jobs. But no, I'm not.
Do you know it's a fact that every coach in the NBA named Mike has been fired?
Really?
Yeah. All the Mikes gone.
Mike Malone, Mike Brown.
Mike Budenholzer. If your name is Mike, you're done.
That is not. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there are any more Mikes
Are
left.
any surviving Mikes? Are there surviving Mikes? I don't think so. That's an amazing fact. All the Mikes got fired.
Okay, so here is, I've got to find this, where this is. Oh, I know what I wanted to bring up with you.
Yeah.
Did you see what Mikal Bridges did?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So Mikal Bridges has the longest consecutive game streak in the NBA, over 600 games played. The record's held by AC Green, almost 1,200. So he's about halfway to AC Green. On Sunday, he played for 6 seconds, committed an intentional foul, and checked out of the game just to keep the streak alive. Is that cheating the streak?
Yeah, he played for how long and had a foul?
Mace, this is how the game started. Opening tip, the other team won the tip. Mikal Bridges walked up to the point guard that was dribbling up the floor and just wrapped him up in a hug. Ref calls a foul, checks out in 6 seconds to keep the streak alive, does not play again.
He's right on a technicality. He did start the game, so I think that keeps the streak intact.
It does keep the streak intact, but
the
is he
spirit of it, he's breaking.
I don't ever remember AC Green doing anything like that.
No, that's a cheap way to extend the streak, I think.
But he hasn't missed. He didn't miss a game in high school, college, or pro, so he's earned it. He's earned his place in the world. But I just think that's a weird thing to do. If you would have played the first quarter,
yep,
I think then checked out, I think that would have been good.
That would have been a different story.
6 minutes is a different story than
6 seconds. Yeah, but I think in the record books it's going to count, right?
Of course.
And if the streak gets longer, nobody's going to remember that he played 6 seconds in one game.
I bet you AC Green will remember.
Yeah, AC Green's going to remember that. You bet. So you've challenged me and Jose Alvarado of the Phillies to a coffee drinking contest.
Well, I think you're the only one in the show who could actually hang with him.
He does drink a lot of coffee.
If I drank as much coffee as he drinks or even as you drink, I would never sleep.
He has a tattoo of a small mug on his left hand with the words, "Coffee is life."
Hey, aren't you getting your tattoo this week?
You know what? I'm going out to the desert this weekend, and there's sun and water, so I'm getting it on Monday.
Okay.
Yeah, Monday I'm going to get it, and I'm nervous as hell. So what is so serious about his coffee? I mean, I've had 8 shots of, I've had 11 shots of espresso
Okay,
today.
so he starts his day, Alvarado starts his day with 6 espressos.
Okay.
But then he keeps going. He continues to drink coffee through the day and into the night during Philly games. When he plans on closing, Alvarado says he has his final coffee of the night in the 7th inning.
7th inning, wow.
So he's basically drinking coffee from the time he wakes up until like 10 o'clock at night. Could you do that?
I don't want to smoke. I don't want to smoke. I don't want to drink coffee after 4:20.
You don't.
That's the cutoff. But, John, I have had 11 shots of espresso today.
If I did even 5 shots of espresso, I'd be up all night.
You know that espresso's got less caffeine than regular coffee?
I did not know that, but it has caffeine in it, right?
It does have caffeine,
Like
but
if I
less
have-
than a cup of coffee.
Like I've been out to dinner with you before. If I have 1 cup of regular coffee, that's it. I'm out for the. I'm not sleeping that night. I'm too wired.
Yeah.
So
you know what you need?
Well, you've got me. Yeah, I'm using them now.
See, that's my whole thing is you get ramped up and then you calm yourself down. Calm yourself down in the massage chair watching the Dodgers tonight.
Nice.
It's a perfect
W.
night. Does the play-in start tonight?
Yes. Warriors Grizzlies tonight.
Oh, that's a good game. Warriors win and they're the 7?
Yeah, and they would play Houston, but this is a rare chance for Ja Morant to get his reputation back.
Yeah.
If Ja Morant goes and drops 40 on the Warriors and leads them to an upset over Golden State, don't you think Ja Morant goes right back to the front of the line for elite NBA guards?
Oh, sure. Yeah, no question. I mean, when you perform well on the biggest stage, that's when you grab everybody's attention.
Right, and so tonight he's got that chance. But I think Golden State wins, and I kind of want Golden State to win because I think they have the best chance of knocking out Houston, and then it could be Lakers-Warriors in round 2.
In the second round, and then
If
the Clippers in
Warriors
the Western
win.
Conference Finals if it was to come to that.
Right, if the Warriors win, or if the Lakers win.
If the Lakers win, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's not, we don't want to jinx it. No, I'm jinxing it. Lakers in 5. Lakers in 5. All right, coming up next, we're going to do some games. It's my game today.
I think Jacob's coming in.
Jacob is here, getting ready. By the way, it is Jackie Robinson today. Jackie Robinson Day today. So Jackie Robinson honored all across baseball today, including at Dodger Stadium, where I'm sure they will have a cool ceremony. What's that?
Kareem will be speaking.
Oh, Kareem is speaking at the Dodger game.
Yes.
About and putting Jackie Robinson into a historical context. That's great. Kareem's the right guy for that job. All right, we're going to do some games next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Weekdays after Mason and Ireland. But I'm still working on my McVay. I like when he calls George. And I'm working on McVay. I haven't spent enough time on it yet. I'm working on it, though. I want to be able to do.
I appreciate you buttering me up, George.
I appreciate you buttering me up, George. I want to get it
towards
so
the
that,
end. You got it a little more towards the end.
I want to get it so that when McVay comes on, I can McVay him. Sedano and Cap today at 3 p.m.
on 710 ESPN.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Our steamed vegetables and signature salads are made fresh for you. Our sauces are more flavorful for you, from sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Los Angeles International Airport's People Mover trains begin rolling early next year as part of LAX's ongoing investments to transform and improve your travel journey. The People Mover trains will quickly move guests between their terminals and our new consolidated rental car center, metro trains and buses, economy parking, and Kiss and Fly lot. The trains will make it simple and fast to get to your LAX destination in 10 minutes or less, and trains depart every 2 minutes beginning in early 2026. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, millions of men experience ED, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. At HIMSS, our own board-certified urologist, Dr. Peter Stahl, knows this better than anyone, and he knows that HIMSS can help.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, Senior Vice President of Men's Sexual Health at HIMSS. I've helped many guys with ED, and it has never been more convenient to treat than it is right now, thanks to HIMSS.
Through HIMSS.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs. Options at up to 95% less than the brand names when you get started at hims.com/joy. To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% less than brand name prices, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit.
710 ESPN.
And it is time for Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland. Game of Games. Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle.
Call Jacob.
Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
Okay, here we go. It is April the 15th. It is a day that is dreaded amongst people. You got to get your taxes in today. And I have got a tax day game. Jacob and Ronnie joins us. Jacob, how you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic.
Jacob's a lawyer. I think he might have an advantage.
I was going to say.
This could be your area of expertise.
I'm not a tax lawyer, so.
Yeah, right. But lawyerly, you may be able to figure some of this stuff out.
And I'm sitting in John's seat. So.
That's right.
There
So
you
that
go.
immediately makes you smarter. All right, here we go. Number one. It's a simple either or. In what year did Americans start paying federal taxes? It was either 1861 or 1898. 1861 or 1898, Jacob?
I'll go with 1860.
61?
61.
John?
1898.
98. Laura?
98.
98. Brian?
61.
61 is the correct answer. Yeah, income tax started in 1861. Brian and Jacob take the point. Number two. What is the average tax refund for Americans? The average tax refund. It is either $1,100 or $2,800, John.
I'm going to go, it's average, right?
Average, not median, average.
Yeah, I'll go 1,100.
1,100. Laura?
2,800.
2,800. Brian?
1,100.
1,100. Jacob?
I like 1,100 too.
The correct answer. 2,800. Yeah. So Brian is the one that takes that point.
I got it.
Oh, Laura, you got it.
Laura got it. So it's everybody has a point except me.
Correct.
Okay.
Number three. What is the California tax rate for wealthy top earners? Now, this is unfair because John is here. John, what is the California tax rate for wealthy top earners? It is either 12.3% or 13.3%. Laura, what do you think?
12 point whatever percent.
12.3. Brian?
13.3.
13.3. Jacob?
13.3.
13.3. Ireland?
I think I paid 12.3 last year. I'll go 12.3.
12.3 is the right answer. Really? Went back and figured out you paid 12.3.
There you go.
All right. Number four. Laura's got a lead. Laura 2, everybody else 1. Number 4. California has the highest tax rate in the country. What state has the second highest? It is either Hawaii or New York. Hawaii or New York, Brian?
Hawaii.
Says Hawaii. Jacob?
I'm going to go with New York.
New York. John?
It has to be New York.
New York. Laura?
It is Hawaii.
It is Hawaii, yes.
Really?
Wow.
Hawaii's got an 11% tax rate. New York is 10.9%.
Ooh,
yeah.
Crazy.
Number 5.
So Laura's in front, right?
Yeah, Laura's got 3. Brian's got 2. John and Jacob 1. Number 5. In 1945, during World War II, the top tax rate for Americans set an all-time high. It was either 76% or 94%. What was the tax rate in 1945, Jacob?
76%.
76%. John?
I need to catch up. I'll go, what was the other one? 94?
94.
I'll go 94.
94. Laura?
He sounded really confident there, so I'll go 76%.
76%. Brian?
76.
The correct answer, 94% was the tax rate during World War II. Because in those days, we had to pay for things. You had to pay for that war.
True.
Now we just put it on the credit card. All right. Number 6. I've got Laura with 3, John with 2, Brian with 2, Jacob with 1. Come on, Jacob.
Comment.
In 2015, this is the last date I could find, LeBron James is estimated to have made $64.8 million. What was his federal tax bill? So again, $64.8 million in 2015 was his total tax bill. It was either $14.5 million or $17 million, John.
I'll take whatever is higher.
17 million. Laura.
And I will take whatever is lower.
Lower, 14.5. Brian.
17.
17. Jacob.
14.
14. Ireland, you're right. You can never go too high on taxes. It is 17
wow, this
million.
game just tightened up.
Yeah, it's John 3, Laura 3, Brian 3, and Jacob. Have you filed your taxes?
Can I change chairs?
Yeah, you may want to change seats. All right, gangster Al Capone went to prison for tax evasion. Among his close friends, he had an unusual nickname. It is either Snorky or Bandit. Snorky or Bandit, what was Al Capone's nickname? We start with the leaders here. We'll go with Brian. Snorky or Bandit?
Snorky.
Snorky. Laura?
Snorky.
Snorky. John?
Bandit sounds too obvious. I'll go Snorky.
Snorky. Jacob?
I'll go Snorky, too.
It is Snorky, yes. Snorky was his nickname, an unusual nickname.
Do you know why?
Nope.
Neither do I.
Nope. I don't. Jacob, I think you're out. No, you can still make it.
Wait a minute.
How many you got left?
2 left.
Oh, yeah, he can still play. We all have 4 and he has 2.
Correct. So you need to go different, Jacob.
Thanks, John.
What percentage of Americans complete their tax return by themselves without an accountant or a tax professional? It is either 53% or 63%. What percentage of Americans do their taxes by themselves? We'll start with John here, one of the leaders. 53 or 63%?
I'll go 63.
63. Laura?
63.
63. Brian?
63.
63. Jacob, you got to go different.
I will go 53.
And glad that you did.
Yes,
it is
sure.
53%.
Wow.
Yep.
Let's
Way to
go.
Jacob.
Thank you.
So you're one off. You got to be different again. This is interesting. How many countries in the world have no income tax? How many countries in the world have no income tax? It is either 14 or it is 21. Laura, you go first.
21.
Says 21. Brian?
14.
Says 14. John?
I'm with Brian, 14.
14. Jacob? You got to, actually, you're closed out. What would you say naturally?
I'm going to go with 14.
14 is the right answer, yeah, but you can't close because everybody was there. The correct answer is 14. That means Brian and John are tied.
But
And
Laura's
we-
only 1 back, right?
No, but we go to a tiebreaker.
Oh,
That was
okay.
it.
All right,
That
cool.
was it.
I
So
thought I
Laura-
had 5.
I have
count
you
my
with
own.
4, but
I had you with 4, Laura.
I have you with
Okay.
4 also, Laura. All right, here we go. This is
I
an
count my own.
interesting question. How many pages are in the U.S. tax code?
Wow.
How many pages are in the U.S. tax code? John and Brian writing down numbers. Actually, not so important for you to write it down, John. Brian, what did you write down?
720 pages.
Ireland?
Oh, God. Well, someone's going to win. I wrote down 5,000.
So we're between
700 and 5,000.
I don't know. You tell me. 2,652. I think actually 5,000 is closer.
I don't.
Nope.
No, I think 700 is
750
No, I
is
think
closer.
Oh, you're right. 7. Oh, Brian takes the win. You're
Brian
right.
takes it.
Yeah.
Brian takes it.
2,652 pages for us to figure out every April the 15th. So, Jacob, you again, I don't know. This was a rough day for you.
It was, but I made a comeback. If
You did
only
make a
had,
run.
If you only had maybe 1 or 2 more questions, you never know.
Now, do you have the Lakers in 5 vibe going for the series with Minnesota?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We got to start it off at home, go up 2-0, go over there, maybe give them one.
What's the key to the series?
You know, I think when you play against a team like this, they have the bigs,
Yeah.
right? I think there's a few teams in the West that potentially their bigs can give us trouble. So I think when I look at a team like this, if you come out with the type of intensity, and as long as Luka is dialed in early,
I don't think this team, has anything to worry about. I think if you go back and look at the past 10 games, the only team that we were not really in it to win was the Warriors game, and Luka was just non-existent. So I think you play against this team as long as the defense is there, you're at home, you've got the fans behind you, you come out strong, I think you're winning this thing and you're moving on.
Yeah, I feel good about this series. Now, Minnesota is not a pushover. They are very, very good.
Very good.
And they've been on a roll. They've played really well of late. They've won 9 of 11. But I think it's interesting that Luka, the player that really knocked Minnesota out of the Western Conference Finals last year, is back. And I think JJ is probably relying on him for some of his
heroics.
Exactly. And I also think, by the way, we talk about Luka and LeBron, and we know we're going to get dynamic performances. I think Austin Reeves is going to have a really big series. I think that third guy, I think he's going to have a really big series. While everybody else is occupied, where they're blitzing Luka and they're doubling LeBron and all that stuff, I think Austin Reeves is going to have a really good series.
I do too, and I think somebody that we have to keep an eye on is going to be Jackson Hayes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's going to be important if he comes out and he has a good game and he can be a rim protector. That's going to pull their bigs. They're going to have to go back, and they're not going to be able to. Because I was watching a clip the other night with Rudy Gobert, blitzing Luka, and then Luka does a step back on him and then says a few words that we can't say, on the air. So, I mean, Luka has it for Minnesota, and I think that excitement and that, drive is going to be important for us.
You know what I say? Go Bear, truth or dare, Yogi Bear, Lakers in 5.
Did you see the one that somebody sent us, Mace?
No.
John sometimes lies. Mace is always high. Morales almost died. Lakers in 5.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's great.
Yeah. We're having fun with this. Is tomorrow the day we're taking calls?
Yes.
I think so. Laura wanted Bergman to be here. Is Bergman going to be in tomorrow?
Yes, he is.
Okay, so Bergman's going to be here. I don't know why it was a big deal for Bergman to be here, but
He wanted to be.
okay, he wanted to be. He'll be here tomorrow during the Lakers in 5 stuff. Now, Jacob, are you able to, or maybe your kids are able to come up with a Lakers in 5?
We will be working on that tonight.
Work on that
tomorrow
and send it to us, and we will
it.
definitely roll with those.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
I wanted to ask you one question. I have a friend that got into an accident, and it was not their fault, and at the scene they agreed it wasn't their fault, and then they heard that the other driver claimed it was their fault. So what can my friend do when you've got these two opposing stories?
Right. So number one, in situations like this, if it's a word versus word, it's always important to, we send somebody out to the area, or even our client goes out there and sees if they can find some video. Just recently this morning, we had a word versus word where we found a Ring camera in the area.
Nice.
And we were able to get. But it's really important. You just said something that I think we can explain for the listeners so that they don't get into the same situation. When you're involved in an accident and the other side is actually agreeing with you, immediately pull out your phone and take a video of it. Because a lot of times, people pull out their phones right now for things that are irrelevant. But when you're in an accident and people are talking, usually you're the most honest right after the accident. Yep. You're nervous, you're honest, you're apologetic. But then when you go home and you talk to people, either the insurance company or a friend's going to tell you, no, you're not at fault, and then the stories change. So I always tell our people, pull out your phone and video the other guy admitting to it.
Yeah.
And that way, the evidence, that evidence can't be changed.
Yeah. Interesting. I don't know. It may be too late for him.
Never too late. He needs to go out there and see if he can find any
type of
cameras. Or witnesses are going to be hard because you can't go canvass an area for witness after the accident. But I will tell you, very often, if it's in a busy intersection, somebody at a gas station may have seen it. We've had people step up that were living in a condo that was right, in the corner of the accident.
Right.
They said, I was looking outside and I saw it. So it just depends how much, effort he wants to put into it. But the first thing is, listen, there's cameras everywhere now.
Yeah.
So you can't give up hope. You got to go looking and canvass the area.
Okay. Jacob, appreciate seeing you as always.
Always.
Fun time of year.
Oh, yes.
Playoffs are here.
Let's go.
Don't forget, Game of Games is brought to you by Jacob and Ronnie. Everybody loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anybody can fight. Jacob is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. Jacob, great to see you. Always
Hey,
a pleasure.
Mace.
Yes.
How about this, Jacob, for one of these? Call review, call Blue, call Jacob, Lakers in 5.
That's good.
I like that.
That's good. Yeah, a
Thank
Jacob
you, John.
one. Yeah.
I like that.
I'll work on one, too. I'm good at these. I'll work on one.
This theme I like a lot.
Okay.
And we'll work on one tonight, and we'll send it in tomorrow.
Awesome.
All
Jacob,
right?
great seeing you.
Thanks, guys.
Coming
Bye,
up
John.
next, we'll do some super crosstalk. Mason and Ireland.
Last night in Edmonton, the Kings secured home ice for the first round of the playoffs with a victory over the Oilers.
Kempe left circle, cross ice pass. Fiala scores! A one-timer from the right circle. It's another power play goal. Here they come in a 2-on-1. Kopitar to the right circle. A shot, they score! Kempe on the 2-on-1 with Kopitar. It is 5-0 LA.
The Kings conclude their regular season road slate tonight in Seattle. Don't miss it. Listen live at 7:30 Pacific, right here on the ESPN LA Kings Radio Network.
Thinking about selling your home? Seller's Advantage makes it easy. No agents, commissions, open houses, or costly repairs. They'll give you a fair cash offer with no surprises. One seller said, and I quote, "Seller's Advantage was faster, easier, and more rewarding than listing my house. The offer matched my expectations, and the process was stress-free." Call 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com for your free cash offer.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Bottom of the ninth, bases loaded, crowd rocking for Rotolo Chevrolet's top hitter, Mike Capozio. He's facing off with the Bulldog, and these two have quite the history. Here's the pitch. Oh, he got all of it. That ball is out of here like a red Corvette, and it's going and going and going.
Yes! Dad, are you having that dream again?
Come see what the fun is all about at Rotolo Chevrolet.
Hey, it's Mace, and there's no better place to watch sports than Cosm. The Cosm Dome has got massive high-resolution display. It creates the ultimate immersive experience with a massive wraparound screen that throws you in the middle of the action. The Cosm Hall features wall-to-wall exciting pro and college games. Catch all the heart-pounding excitement of both the NBA and NHL playoffs. Secure your tickets now at Cosm. That's COSM.com and experience the game like never before. Cosm.com.
All right, listen up. Whether you're out for a walk, hitting the gym, or just tackling your day, in this LA heat, chafing is no joke. Take my word for it. That's why you need Highlands Chafing Relief. This stuff is a game changer. Goes on like a cream, dries like a powder, and stays put even through sweat and water. No greasy mess, just all-day protection. If you've already got some chafing, Highlands soothes it fast with aloe, shea butter, and tea tree oil. Don't let chafing slow you down. Grab Highlands Chafing Relief at Walmart or Target right now.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles.
KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason in Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins.
Super Crosstalk. Presented by Coors Light. Coors Light. Made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
There you have it. Cappy's in the house. Do we have
Oh,
Sedano?
Cap's in the building.
No. Yeah, he's in the building today. By the way, in honor of Jacob Imrani, origami, hot pastrami, Lakers in 5.
All right, so tomorrow at 1,
Yes.
we're doing listener suggestions for the Lakers in 5 haikus,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think they're technically haikus, but let's call them haikus.
Okay.
Yeah. Cappy, what's going on? You sound like you had a great time at SeaWorld yesterday.
Oh, my God. What a day. What a freaking day at SeaWorld yesterday, highlighted by our very own Lindsay Baseball getting onto a roller coaster.
Oh, I thought you were going to say getting onto a Shamu.
No. You didn't hear this, did
No,
you?
No,
I did not hear this.
I heard that bit, Cap. It was very funny. Mason did that once years ago at Knott's Berry Farm.
So what happened?
So Lindsay, I'm saying to her, I'm like, listen, if you want to go on this roller coaster, you should do it live on the air. And she's like, okay, well, I'll take my little Comrex device like on my phone, and I'm like, no, forget that. Just call in.
Yeah.
So she calls in, and Parker takes the takes a cell phone and connects to our what's called Switcher Studios, which is how we broadcast on YouTube.
Okay.
And he faced the camera towards himself and Lindsay, and he did the entire ride holding on for dear life to his camera. And George surprised me yesterday by showing up at SeaWorld because I wasn't expecting him. And George was talking to Lindsay about the Cavaliers, trying to keep her mind off of it as she's going up this, as she's taking off. And then just as she goes, well, what do you think about Evan Mobley? Ah! And it's all caught on video. So we were able to stream.
That's really cool.
Stream the video while she was on the radio. And you got to see her as well as just hear her. It was really super cool.
What was the coolest animal you saw, or coolest fish? I guess fish, animals. Some of them are mammals, right?
I think I saw.
Cappy, what are you unpacking there?
Oh, this is a gift for you guys.
It's for us.
Yeah, there's a gift for you guys that I got from SeaWorld yesterday. It's from the Jewel of the Sea. It's the jellyfish experience, and it's some kind of like jellyfish lamp. So I've got it here, and I'm going to put it in studio. I thought you guys would enjoy
It's
this.
a jellyfish lamp.
A jellyfish
What
lamp.
does that do for me?
I'm not sure yet.
Yeah.
I'm not sure it knows what it does.
Yeah,
for you.
it's just. Is it like a lava lamp?
I
Looks
think
like a lava
I
lamp.
think it's like a lava lamp.
And a jellyfish floats around in it?
I think so. I may need a little help here. I may need Graham to help me because he's like the most competent guy here.
Yeah, Graham knows what's going on.
Graham, you think you could help a brother out here? I've got look at this, Mace. Johnny I, look at this. I got little jellyfish here. Little tiny jellyfish.
Oh, I see. And they're going to float around in that thing?
They're going to float in this thing.
Yeah, no, I think that's fantastic.
Yeah, then
God,
we'll
I want to get one of those for the house.
Oh,
Cappy, who are you working with today?
I thought I was going to work with Sedano, but I think he quit again.
No.
Did he again?
He didn't quit?
No.
He didn't
No.
quit? Oh.
I think he just got to his hotel.
So Sedano is in Sacramento for the play-in game, which I think is tomorrow.
Yeah, that's Dallas at Sacramento tomorrow night.
Hey, by the way, side note.
Yeah, side note.
Should we all cheer for the Mavericks and Anthony Davis to win and make their way in, get into the playoffs? And wouldn't it be interesting that Dallas would be in the playoffs also? Especially considering how long he had been hurt and the Kyrie injury. It'd
be interesting.
What do you think, Johnny? Do you want to see Dallas?
Well, I
in the
like
playoffs?
AD. I've always liked AD. I wouldn't mind seeing him
it'd be
do
nice
well.
for him.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'm going to go out of my way to root for him.
And I don't think they're going any farther than out of the play-in tournament. I mean, they win tonight. They still have to win another play-in game, and then they would go play Oklahoma City.
Right, they're playing for the 8, and then they get wiped out in the first series.
Right, but if you're Anthony Davis, you could be in that locker room and go, guys, I got lots of experience and I'm trying to learn how to play my way in. Because for the last 3 years, that's all I've been doing with the Lakers.
Yeah.
So I know how to do this. Follow me.
We should give away jellyfish lamps on the show.
Here's the thing, Mace. I've now realized, you ready for this?
Yeah.
I don't know if you're carrying one in your work bag
No,
or anything.
I
You got
don't.
a Phillips head screwdriver?
Oh, you need a screwdriver.
I need a Phillips head to open up the bottom to
and
then put
does
the
that
batteries.
fill up with water,
Yeah.
and then there are little jellyfish that float around?
So what happens is you take the screwdriver.
Yeah.
Anybody got a Phillips head? All
Yeah, you
up
got
in
a
this?
Graham.
You got one?
Graham,
Oh,
you got
wait a second.
Schneider. Where's Schneider?
Wait,
He's got a tool belt.
Graham's got the jellyfish lava lamp
Oh,
already.
he already has
He
it.
has
Oh,
one.
we've got one that's fully assembled.
Okay, all right, this is cool.
Well, just take the fully assembled one, put it in the studio, and give Graham the new one.
Oh, now I see it, and it actually is
look at
really
this.
cool.
Oh,
look.
you see Parker's here. Parker to the rescue.
Graham's got one put together. Parker. Yeah, there you go. Okay, I think they're cool.
Okay, that is pretty cool.
Can you see it, Ireland?
Wait, hold on.
no,
let me
for
have
some
it. Hold
reason.
on. Hold on.
It's world changing. It's
Wait.
life changing.
This is something I'm giving this to you for your birthday. You know,
Thank
I
you.
felt bad about not giving you a birthday
You
gift.
didn't bring a thing. All I asked it was for you to make a donation to a good
Which
cause.
I already did.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I planted trees in Israel.
Oh, there it is. Now I can see
that's
it.
nice.
You
Yeah,
know?
isn't that amazing?
Look at
John?
this, Johnny I.
They just kind of float at the top.
Yeah.
They're not really doing anything.
No,
They're
I-
not real jellyfish,
No,
right?
well,
No.
not real jellyfish. But
Did you ever have sea monkeys?
They're like seahorses,
Yeah,
right?
they're like.
Yeah.
Did anybody ever get these? Like in the back of the magazine, you could get sea horses. I'm sorry. Yeah, and you would put them in water, and they turn out to be brine shrimp. But they actually grow, and they called them sea monkeys.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I don't know about them.
Yeah, you could fill that with sea monkeys.
Listen, I feel so stupid now. I brought this in like as if I was bringing something to contribute to the studio. That would be really cool.
Yeah.
And everybody beat me to the punch already.
Yeah, no, it's very cool. It's very cool. We should get. I want to get one for the house.
Well, this is the one.
I want to get one for I got to get one for the bedroom, one for the living room. I need jellyfish everywhere.
This is hot.
Did you actually touch the jellyfish?
Touched the jellyfish.
Are they squingy?
They're kind of slimy.
Slimy, yeah.
But they're not. But these jellyfish, I guess they make them at SeaWorld.
They don't make jellyfish.
No, they do.
Jellyfish would reproduce using eggs or something, wouldn't they?
Well,
they don't make them.
I mean, I can just tell you that at SeaWorld, they're like, hey, this is the room where we make the jellyfish.
Well, I'm sure they mate. They're not. They don't have a 3D printer making jellyfish.
No, it's not like that. It's like they take them. I don't know exactly how they do it.
They put them together, they do their business, and then there are more jellyfish.
I don't know how you tell the difference between the male and the female jellyfish.
But I'm sure there is.
All I know is that they got a whole room.
A room full of jellyfish.
Yeah, but it wasn't called the procreation room, but there was a word that they used, and this is where
procreation room.
No,
yeah.
seriously, this is what it is. And then the next room was the touch room. And
Yeah.
you can only imagine our boy Morales. He heard about this.
God.
And he was like, oh, first we procreate, then we touch. I mean, like he was like, you know,
of course. Yeah.
And doing his act for the.
Now, do you think he still does the act? I think Chris is different.
You do?
I do. I think Chris
Well,
is
he almost
different.
died, as you know.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm well aware.
Yeah.
And he tells everybody.
Don't you think he is a little less angry at the world?
I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, I don't.
You think he's still angry at the
yeah,
world? I don't think so.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think he's not angry.
I don't
at the
think
world
he
anymore.
has the attitude of I have a second chance at life. I'm really grateful.
You don't think he has that?
I mean, he may in like his private moments, but like around all of us, not really.
I don't think he said anything mean since he's been back from almost dying.
Have you heard what he said about Travis and DeMarco?
Yeah, he does go hard on that.
Hard.
I don't get that.
Hard.
Why does Morales go after Travis and DeMarco so much?
He likes Sliwa more than he likes DeMarco.
See, I find
that makes no sense.
I find that show to be really, really entertaining and listenable. I listen to it every morning when I'm coming in.
I
don't
those
understand
guys.
why Morales would bag on Travis and DeMarco.
I don't. But he's taken his life into his hands because, as you've seen, you know, DeMarco,
he'll kick some ass.
He will tell you straight up, are you ready for an ass whooping?
Yeah.
Because if you are, I'm here to deliver it.
I want to see that.
Me too.
In the cage.
Yeah.
Morales. DeMarco.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. Loser leave town match. Right.
Yes. Loser leave town match.
Johnny I, how is Idaho?
Excellent.
You know, I love what you guys, and I say you guys, Mace, look at you and me.
Yeah.
We're here in the studio today.
Yes, we are.
Because we're not in the league.
Right.
But we're in the studio.
We're just here toiling away.
We're just in the studio.
Yeah.
Sedano's.
Cappy, I'm going to send you a picture
Okay,
Oh,
please.
boy.
of my studio here, okay, of what I get to broadcast from every day, okay?
Okay.
You can give me your thoughts on it.
Okay, and while I have you here, I'm going to turn this into a very selfish conversation.
Okay,
for just one
good.
moment.
Yeah, be selfish.
Were you serious yesterday that only Mace and Juan are allowed to use the house this summer? Otherwise, you need to have parental supervision?
No. They're on the very short list of people that can come here without me.
Oh, you see, that's nonsense.
Why?
Because
by the way, these aren't my
because I'm not on the list. That's why. That's why.
No. This is why it is. I have very little to do with it. It's really Lisa's list.
So I should talk to her.
You got to kiss up to Lisa.
Yeah.
And by the way, we've got a 33-year history. I think
understand.
Lisa now trusts us.
I got it.
Yeah.
But I want to be on the Lisa Trust list.
All right. Well, you can work on it, Cap. When you come up, you just work on Lisa, and then you can make your way onto the short list.
Monster.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Look at this.
Is there
photograph.
something breaking?
Look, no.
Oh.
Look at this. Look at Johnny I's studio in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
Let me see. I've not
Mace,
seen
I
it.
meant to copy you on it.
Yeah, here,
I
take a
haven't
look
seen
at this.
Oh, let me see.
Take a look at that, Mace.
Oh my God.
That's pretty good living, right?
So
That
Johnny
is-
I, when are you back?
I come back to do the game on Saturday.
Yeah, but like, do you come back on Thursday or Friday? You don't think?
Well, I'm either coming back Friday night or Saturday
So wait a minute,
morning.
you've got a view of a lake and a big screen TV at the same time?
Yes.
You can't come back Saturday morning.
Why would you ever leave
well,
here?
Cappy, the flight's at like 6.
No, but Johnny I, what happens if something goes wrong with the flight?
Well,
you're
the game isn't until 6 at night. I think I might be okay.
I think. Listen,
you think I should come back Friday night?
Just to be safe.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, I wouldn't. If I just saw the picture, I wouldn't leave there.
I understand.
I'd
John,
there.
John, if you can do the game from there and just have a monitor,
figure a way out for me to do that.
That would be great.
No, I mean, seriously, that is, you got a view, you got the big screen TV, you got kind of the whole thing, and you're on camera today, right?
Yeah.
And John, is Lisa up there with you?
Yeah.
Okay, I wondered about that.
Yeah.
I picked her up last night. I had a day here without her, and then she came in last night.
Okay, and how was the golf game yesterday?
It was good, except, Cappy, did you know that when the greens freeze, like 'cause a month ago the greens here were frozen, you can putt really hard. Like, they're not fast.
Okay.
So I've got to get used to the greens, but other than that, it was good. I'm playing a different course today. I'm playing the course today where your buddy is a member, Avondale.
Okay, and I was going to ask you, who you playing with?
My brother-in-law,
Oh,
Lisa's
how wonderful.
brother.
Oh, so Lisa's brother. Now, he's also not allowed to be there
No,
without
he lives
Lisa?
up there.
No, he lives down the street.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
he
wanted to
lives
make
right
sure.
in the
So
neighborhood.
I'm just keeping score
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, you'll meet him when you come out.
So, Ireland, you got a boat?
Yeah, but it's not in the water.
What is it? What kind of boat?
It's not a very. It's
like a Craftmaster. What do they call those?
It's a pontoon boat.
I
don't have like a $100,000 ski boat.
Okay, well, we need to get one of those.
But a pontoon boat is you go out
party.
It's a party boat.
Yeah,
exactly.
But you can't ski behind it.
Correct.
No,
Okay.
you can't ski.
But
behind it.
Charlie, Lisa's brother, has a good ski boat, so we've got all the bases covered.
I don't. I've wakeboarded. I've never water skied.
Okay, I've water skied, but I've never wakeboarded.
Oh, wakeboarding is fun. It's
Yeah?
it's just like snowboarding on the
My
water.
niece, who is 16, is an excellent wakeboarder.
Okay,
it's fun. Like I would do that.
you get pulled up by like the way you get pulled up on water skis.
Yeah.
The same way.
Yes.
Okay,
But
gotcha.
you're
But you're on your
basically
knees on
just
the board.
surfing behind the boat.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
gotcha.
it's very cool.
And is it on the side of the boat or is it behind
Behind
the
the
boat?
boat.
It is
Behind
Like
the
a water
boat.
skier.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
No, it's great.
I've never been to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. I know this sounds weird. It's kind of on my list of places that I really want to go.
Is
in
it
the US.
really?
Yeah, big time. Because it's apparently like spectacularly beautiful there.
Yeah,
I'm
I
seeing
mean,
It is ridiculously nice here.
Yeah.
We'll give
How
you-
much did that house cost? I'm kidding.
we definitely want to know though.
Yeah, we want to know.
The honest answer to that question, you got to ask Lisa.
Right, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah,
of
of course.
Ask Lisa.
I was a silent
monster.
financial backer on this.
You silent financial backer.
Yes.
Just an
I spent
investor.
more money
Silent
than I know
partner.
I spent.
I
Exactly.
understand. I got it.
Exactly.
Well, I am looking forward. Hey, Johnny, seriously, no joke. We really should put together a couple of days up there this summer.
No, I'm going to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm probably going to have to do 2 trips because a lot of different people want to come up. But, Cap, I promise you I will get you up here this summer.
Okay, and here's the thing. Now that I see this beautiful broadcast facility that you've created as well,
Yeah.
the fun part of this would be if we actually work from there.
Oh, did the shows?
Yes.
What I do, Cap, is I'll come up here for 2 weeks, and the first week I'll do the show, and the second week I'll take off.
Okay.
So, but you can do the show from here. If you
No,
want.
what I'll do is I'll take off on like a Friday. I'll fly up on a Friday. I'll fly back on like a Monday night. And I'll take a 4-day weekend.
Yeah.
Get your ass right there in L.A.
Okay.
That brother can water ski.
So, Cappy, so Sedano is in Sacramento?
Sedano is in
Are
Sacramento.
you rolling solo till he gets here?
No, he'll be here. He'll be
Well,
here.
I've stayed in that hotel, Cap. That is a very bad Comrex hotel. You might have to fly solo for a little while.
Well, I'm never really solo because I got Lindsay baseball.
Right.
I got DeAndre.
True.
You know, and I got a lot of things going on.
You got a lot
here.
of stuff?
I got stuff going on.
All
here
right,
today.
good, good. You know what I was saying about the